Damn, I should have gotten those lights. Oh well.
It's fine. They
Ryan,
don't
you
got
really
those
need
lights.
to fix that artifact with your camera. I don't know what that green shit is at the bottom, but you know.
I don't know. Corsair has like 2 small little lighting towers you can put on your desk, and that probably would have been better off. But it's more expensive than having a ring light that's just leaning like this. Because if not, it would cover part of my monitor.
This is the ADLR Podcast, not sponsored by Corsair, and we'll be talking about a bunch of shit we watched and the iPhone reveal. Oh, buddy. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys feeling today, this week? Kelsey, you feel rejuvenated? You had a week off of this shit show?
Week off.
Yeah.
Oh, from last week. Yeah. No, I mean, it was a fun night. Like, we went out to a really high-end restaurant. We've been going to this place called Hall's Chop House, which is like a very fancy steakhouse.
Like steakhouse, yeah.
Yeah. And like there isn't a steak that's under $50 there. And then all the sides are like a la carte. And the food is just absolutely amazing. Like, we had, even with everything we bought, we had like 3 meals total.
Holy shit.
You know, because we usually, like, it's the one night a year that we like go out and really treat ourselves. And so,
Right.
you know, we usually go all out while we're there. And we're trying to make friends with the owners so that we can get more free food. So
Yeah.
every time we show up, they're like, "You guys here celebrating anything?" And they're awesome because they'll bring you like free champagne or comp stuff. So we ended up getting a free creme brulee for Shannon and a couple of glasses of champagne. Had a lot of fun
couple
with
glasses or a bottle?
Just a glass. They were filled. I mean, they were like tall glasses. There was like that much space for the top.
Okay. That's a good, man. That's a good. You got a good time. You guys drank a bunch. You ate a bunch. You ate well and drank well, like royalty.
Basically.
That's good. I was gonna ask you if it would taste good. I mean, for the $50 for steak thing, it's kind of normal if you go to a steakhouse because they're usually expensive. So as long as they tasted good too, that's.
Oh yeah, it tasted amazing. We mostly go, like, even though it's expensive, we mostly go there because there's several here in Charleston. There's like let's see, there's Halls, there's Oak, and then there's like Grill 222 or something. And all of them are relatively the same. I mean, they're all steakhouses. Everything's like, really expensive, but we really like the personality that Halls has because we've been to a couple of them, and it's more of like a warm welcome. Like, the owner used to be there all the time and like would greet customers and say, "Hi, how you doing?" And then comp things if it was there for like a special event or if you were like a regular. And then like his son started taking over the business, and the owner passed away recently, and so now the sons own it. But they're always out there like shaking hands and seeing how everybody's doing and trying to like they like actually get to know people, and so like they know a lot of their regulars.
They make an actual like a relationship with their customers, so they guess what? Come back.
Yeah, and we were there one time, and they told us about this couple that eats there like almost every other day, and so that's like life goals for me and Shannon
to eat there every
just
other.
Go and eat there like every day.
Do they hook them up with some like discount or something, or are these kids like balling, dude?
I'm sure like certain people here in Charleston just have more money than sense, or more money than they know what to do with, and so they just go, yeah, $300 a night for steak and food's fine. No, you don't need to box up all the extra stuff that we bought. Just throw it to the trash. It's fine.
Throw it out. Don't donate it. Throw it out. We'll come back and pay for more. Oh shit. That is definitely goals. If you can just chuck $300 every night. Randall, sound good to you?
I'm sorry. My mind went somewhere else. I started talking about steak, and I started thinking about other stuff.
So we're talking about meat, and then you went somewhere else with meat?
No. What I thought about had nothing to do with meat.
It's odd. Oh my god. Anywho, ADLR Podcast episode 113. on a tighter day. I had a leg day today. Lower body, actually, to be exact. My glutes are hurting.
Yeah, my forearms are dead because I did deadlifts.
Oof. Well, how much you deadlifting? How much did you deadlift today?
I managed to get 175 10 times.
Lit.
So
Okay.
I haven't really like pushed my max for deadlifts because my grip is really weak. And so when I try and like start getting up there, like I can lift a lot more. I just can't hold the bar. You know?
No, I get that. That happens to me too. Like every time I do deadlifts, I'm like, should I get those straps? Maybe it'll help. Or do the sand thing or whatever the hell it is.
Well, a bunch of buddies who lift all the time were like, dude, you should get some straps. Like it sounds like your deadlift is seriously suffering because you're not able to hold the bar. They're like, get some straps. And
That's what
so
I'm gonna have to do too.
I've been thinking about getting straps, or I think they actually have some at the gym that I can borrow. They also suggested getting what was the thing called? They're like bar spacers. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But they're like
Bar.
big grips or something. I've
never heard of it.
They make the bar wider so that it's harder to hold on to. So when you do stuff like curls or like deadlifts or other things, it really like helps your grip, helps work your grip while you're doing it, so that you
Gotcha.
can, really work the grip. Fat grips is what they're called.
Okay. I never heard of that. I can look that up too. That
They're basically just like pieces of
Oh.
plastic that go over the bar that are just like, that make the bar thicker. So instead of, holding it, like that, you're holding it like this.
So you're working both your grip and whatever muscle group you're.
Yeah.
I like that's efficiency right there. You're selling me on these.
Yeah. I've been
probably-
doing like just hanging, because I can't really do pull-ups right now because I'm just too heavy. And so I'll just jump up and grab the bar and hang and work on the grip, deadlifts, and then farmer walks. Just anything I can to try and,
Yes, Brian.
really work the grips. What did he do?
He did this.
Farmer walk. Yeah, I mimed it out because is that what it is?
Well, farmer walks are to the side. You just like you hold like either
Yeah, I see it.
dumbbells or
He just showed me. Go ahead.
kettlebells to the side.
Okay.
So that
He's
it pulls your shoulders back and it also helps work the grip.
Think of it like you're holding your, like if you're
workout
walking.
names.
It's like you're walking bags from the groceries into your house.
Yeah.
I'm bad with workout names, so that's why I had to mime it out.
I mean, that also works too, but at that point, you're also straining your shoulders. Not straining, but working out your shoulders.
Well, it helps with posture, as you know.
The way Bryant did it, if you do this and walk with it, you lighten that thing up.
Light it up.
I ain't gonna light it up. I like when Randall looks over to the right like that, because it looks like he just passed the fuck out. He's just like,
Looks like he's
I
hit
look
the
sleep when I'm like
loudest.
this.
yeah. When you're like this, I can barely see your eyes, so it looks like you just fucking passed out. It's great. I'll dream of you later. So
I still
what
have
did
my
we watch
camera here
this?
If you want to use a double setup, so that way you can look him right in the spirit.
We'd have to set it up. Yeah, we could probably do that and set it right in front of there.
Yeah, the razor, it's right over there, and not even close to touching my new one. Because it's razor
Gotcha.
and it's filth.
I mean, hey, there's some people who are sponsored by Razor, not us.
Fuck razor.
How are you gonna shave? It doesn't answer my question.
Does this look trimmed?
It doesn't need to, but need to? It doesn't need to, but when you do, what you
I
gonna
just
do?
rip every hair out individually.
Oh, the old-fashioned way. Got it.
Yeah.
The way angry men did it in the 30s. All right, boys. Let's talk about The Boys. Season 2. Kelsey, did you watch season 2 of The Boys?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I was waiting for all of it to come out, and then I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it.
Do you want to hold off until you binge it, and then we can talk about it, or because it's all out now? So
yeah, you said it's only like 8 episodes, right?
yes, sir. Correct. It's only 8 episodes.
This isn't gonna destroy the podcast content, is it?
No,
Okay.
it's one.
yeah,
it's just one thing.
If you wouldn't mind waiting, I could probably try and binge it tomorrow or
I'm
Thursday.
scared.
I'm going out of town Friday for to Nick's place for a friend's birthday, but I should have plenty of time Sunday and Monday if I don't get to it tomorrow.
Gotcha. So that gives rid of one thing. Second, I haven't started it yet, but I'm at season 5 of Super.
Okay.
So we got to start scheduling stuff out because it's 55 episodes.
Yeah.
So like, I can usually do weekends when Janiana's working because that's how I did Demon Slayer, where she was working and we just fucking powered through like 20 something episodes.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody wants to sit down and watch and I'm not there, don't worry about me. Like, I just think it'd be fun to watch your reaction when you see some of the stuff. Like,
right.
But
that's why I need a list of people who I gotta be there. So like,
what I think I'll do is I'll go through and I'll look at the episodes.
Okay.
And go, when you get to this episode, I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care if my wife's in labor. You need to call me.
Okay. All right. So that's that then. And Brian, do you got to watch all of them or like what's?
I'm down to watch all of them. Just let me know when, and if I'm free,
okay.
I'll join you. There's specific things that I want to ask you about right after it happens, but
as in like if it's bullshit or stuff, because up to this point there's a lot of bullshit. But I'm like, okay.
I just want to know.
Okay. Cool. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even put Dragon Ball Super Season 4 on this. I guess next week then. Because I don't think I talked about it last week. No, it's not on the list. And that's 2 things for next week easy. So I don't have to do anything this week but beat off and play Minecraft. Dungeons, not the regular Minecraft.
Oh,
Minecraft Dungeons.
Who are you?
I don't know. I don't think I could. Or probably more Hades. Speaking of Hades, I did finish it a second time with the spear.
The spear.
Yeah, like under 9. I think it was like under 20. I think, but I don't remember. I had to go look at the time. It was the craziest fucking build with a bunch of crit. I think it was a bunch of crit.
Was bullshit. Like while I was doing it, I was like, "This isn't even that good." And then when I got to Hades, even he said, "Yo, you got through this pretty fast." And I looked up and I was like, and I ended up beating 17 minutes. Like, what the fuck happened?
That dude, like I watched that speedrun of 7 minutes. That guy's destroying kids with that gun. I'm like, holy, the gun. Yeah.
That's what I got the 17 minutes with, was the gun.
I mean, you can move through it pretty quick if you choose the right rooms. Because there's like some that are labeled for the boss, and you can like cut out some extra rooms by going through those.
I'm pretty sure that's what he did. And then he's just bombing all these guys. He's hitting them with so many unblockables. They don't know what to do when they get damaged. Like it's pretty bad.
The most time-consuming area is Elysium. If you don't get the random bullshit of 17 different fucking little cards or a bunch of shield guys or the butterflies, I feel it goes by quicker, but
Elysium is the bane of my existence in Hades. Yeah, I can like destroy Asphodel and Tartarus, no problem. Elysium, I'm losing Death Defiance at least once.
Which one is that one?
With the Theseus and Atreus.
Oh, the bull and the dude.
Did I say Atreus? Asterius, sorry. Yes, you're correct. That's the one that map. They always hit me with something where I'm like, ugh, and I keep getting destroyed. And then I'll get to that boss, and I'm like, I do Brian's tech of killing Theseus first, which has been helpful because that makes it easier for the bull. But it's still like there's sometimes where I'm trying to like kite what's his name away, and the second I dash back at Theseus, he's like, oh, jumps all the way over. I'm like, you have to swing first. He just doesn't care. He just, oh, I'm here again.
If you start using the extreme measures, he starts just doing a lariat and following you.
I did level 1 extreme measures. He didn't do that.
It's okay. So every time you put 1 point in, that world gets a buff. So the first point is
that explains Furies. Yeah, that explains why I got 3v1'd the first time, and they just decimated me because she'd call in some. She's in the middle of throwing the red thing. And then, boom, Meg comes in and hits me with her AoE physical attack. I'm like, what? And what's her name's like, murder. And then, like, I get AoE underneath me, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And I just get a bunch of damage. And I'm like, I was able to kill her, but I think I took 1 or 2 death defiances, but I'm like, shit. I knew I wasn't gonna win that run unless I ran into Patroclus. What's his name? The one that refills your defiance.
I don't know how to pronounce it, like Patroclus, something like that.
Yeah,
Petrocles?
Yeah,
Patroclus?
that's probably maybe. Well, it's not. I don't think it's E's because it ends in US.
Oh,
I don't know how to pronounce it though.
not sure.
Either way, that's basically what I've been doing for gaming anyway. It's just Hades and Minecraft dungeons.
I sadly went to back to Path of Exile. I hate myself.
Oh no, you were going strong. How long has it been? Like a month and a half? Not even, or maybe.
So let's see. I think the new league started on the 18th of September.
Okay.
And I was like, I wasn't gonna play, and then I loaded it up like 3 or 4 days in, got to the end, ran. So this one's called Heist, and you basically like it's they added a little bit more of an RPG element to it, kind of like what they used to, where you have to you have characters and you can level them up like they're like the old masters, and you have like these plans, and you go in and you can open chests and you like break through different doors and that kind of stuff depending on the character that you bring with you. And they have like lockpicking, demolition, engineering, and a couple of other ones. And I ran through a couple of them, and I was like, no, I'm done. This is dumb. I'm out. And then they and then I beat Detroit Becoming Human. Started playing FF7 again. I'm like on the very last part of that one now, and then took a break from that because I was just like hardcore in it, and went back, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
You're running in loops. That's the thing here, dude. Oh, wait. Speak before I move. You said Detroit Become Human. Apparently there's a story you need to tell me.
Okay. So, I did really well with the whole first playthrough. I think Randall and Bryant were there for a good majority of all of it. And they watched me, have you played the game?
I have not.
Okay. So, the goal at the end, the goal can kind of be whatever you want it to be depending on the story. But my goal at the end was to save all of the characters that I could throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Right? And then I was doing so well. Okay. And then at the very end, the last 3-ish scenes,
okay,
just fucked it all up. Okay. I was talking. So Marcus is like the leader of the
rebellion.
Yeah, and I start talking to this FBI agent who's basically telling me they're gonna bum rush us, and it doesn't matter that there's cameras and things here. You're gonna get fucked. You guys are the last of your kind. We're gonna destroy you. And I'm like, sweet, not afraid to die if something comes to this. And then he was like, but we can offer you a deal. And I was like, what do you mean offer me a deal? He's like, you guys, if you surrender now, we will guarantee that you won't get destroyed. You'll be detained, but we won't destroy you. And I was like, and there were like 2 options, and I had my fingers on the wrong keys, and I chose to accept the surrender. And I was like, fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, well, let's just see how this plays out, because I'm pretty sure I can go back and like fix my mistakes later if I wanted to, and have like the playthrough that I actually want to do. So then I get to Kara, and I'm in like a bus station, or I was in a bus station, and I'm trying to make it across the Canadian border. The 2 ways to go is, one is to you find a pair of tickets because it drops out of this lady's bag. You can keep them and get on the bus and go across the border because you have tickets. Or what I did was I gave the lady back her tickets. It was like, that's not right. I don't want to just keep the tickets because I'm trying to be a good person. So I'm looking for another way to get around this. Find the lady that helped me, and she's like, come with me. We bought some boats. We can, get you across the river. You just have to take a boat. Okay. So I was like, sweet. So then It's me, the little girl, and then this dude named Luther, who joins me at a certain point. And we're in the boat, we're saying our goodbyes. It's not even a half mile across the river.
Yeah.
She's like, just, get out there, be careful, there's patrols, whatever. So then the patrol comes, there's no way around it. I try to gun it, they shoot and destroy the engine, and now I'm just kind of stranded, and Luther gets hit. And I'm like,
oh,
motherfucker. Okay. So Luther's dead, and he's laying on there, and now there's a hole in the
vehicle.
Yeah. And I don't remember if the little girl gets hit too in that one.
Ooh.
But now that the thing's sinking, and the only thing it says is, we need to make the boat lighter. The only thing I could see to make the boat lighter is to throw Luther overboard. And I'm like, I really don't want to do this, but I really have no choice at this point. So I throw Luther overboard, and then I try and start the engine. Engine doesn't start, so then I can throw that overboard. And then, I have to jump into the freezing water, which is starting to destroy my components, and push the boat to the land. And I'm like, this is great. Get there, and the girl's like, I'm getting really cold and really sleepy, and then she dies, and then I'm like, fuck it, they're just gonna kill Kara too, because I've already fucked this run up. So I killed Kara, and then I get to Connor. Connor is the unique bot that they have backups of, and he gets converted, and I'm going down to what was it? I was going down to get a bunch of backups in a backup deviants from CyberLife, which is the company that creates all of the androids.
Okay.
I get down there, there's a thing, I get him, I survive, I bring him up. They go back to Marcus. The North, the girl that the deviant that's really in love with Marcus, is really pissed at him because she's like, why the fuck would you surrender? We trusted you. The FBI agent comes up and goes, the best part about you androids? You believe anything you say. And then they put a bullet through North's face and then shoot him in the stomach and then put a bullet in his head. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, just destroyed this playthrough. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So then back to Connor, the only person I have left in my little squad here.
Yep.
They grant me freedom. The United States grants us freedom because we have such a show of good faith and whatever, and have so many units now.
Uh-huh.
Well, then he goes into his little report mind thing, and Amanda, I'm just gonna call her Amanda Waller because that's a pretty well-known name in the DC universe, and everybody knows who that is.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, congratulations, you've completed your mission. And Connor's like, the fuck do you mean? She goes, we knew you were going to turn deviant, and now we're going to take control of your system, and since you're the leader of the deviants, we control everybody. And he was like, what? No, that's what are you talking about? And so then I find the exit to the program and then put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. So the whole playthrough, none of the people that I wanted to survived. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. So I ended it there. I was really pissed. I was really upset. I think Randall was really upset too. Because I was trying really hard to keep them alive and do the right thing, and got to this point, and then it was just yes, no.
I've never seen a roller coaster go backwards.
Right? Yeah, dude, I failed in the hardest way to Staten. So I ended the whole playthrough. That was it. That was the end of the game for me for that playthrough. And so I waited, went back, and I was like, okay, I can replay certain parts.
Good.
So I replayed the parts. Well, I went back to the river because there were a bunch of different options that you could do when you got to the river. I tried every single one of them. This is with Kara, Luther, and the girl.
And the kid, yeah.
Yeah. I tried every single one of the options. There was no possible way to keep all 3 people alive.
So either the kid dies or Luther or both?
Luther dies in all of them. It doesn't matter. Like, if you surrender, everybody dies. If you try and gun it, Luther and the kid dies. If you plunge into the water, everybody else survives, but Luther, being this huge hulking dude, just is like, oh, I'm dead. And then if you use Luther, you can then use Luther as cover. What is it? If you use Luther for cover, he dies and the 2 of you survive. And then if you just try and cover Alice, you die and Luther dies. And there's no way to keep Luther alive. And I'm like, this is bullshit. So I had to like go back to the bus station and keep the tickets and then go through a whole thing with that, you know. But managed to like go back and get the correct ending that I wanted. But man, let me tell you, that was a pain in the ass.
So it's a known thing that you can't. There's no like everyone survives ending. Has that been looked up and stuff? Or there's like no branch where everyone survives at all.
That's how I beat it.
There is if you take the bus station.
That's how I beat it.
Oh, okay.
But he eventually did do that afterwards. Everybody survived.
Okay, I thought because he said so
his second playthrough, everyone survived.
So you had to go further back than the river to save Luther.
Yeah, I had to go back to the bus station. The only way to survive everybody was to go back to the bus station and then go through that path.
Gotcha.
I had just done the river part because I played differently than what Randall did. So Randall got to see a whole bunch of new stuff that he didn't get in his playthroughs. And so I was like trying to go the different paths than what most people seem to go, and found the whole river thing. And he was like, I didn't even know that existed. And then I tried my hardest to like keep them all alive. Luther was just like, I'm dead. Like, dude, come on, you are killing me here. Literally.
My favorite one so far is a bullet to the fucking skull.
Like,
that was a
like
shock
the
too.
FBI guy.
I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see that either. Like, it was graphic too. It came out of nowhere. It was like he was talking to Marcus, and he was like, "Oh, since I'm talking to you, let me show you what I could do," and just shoots his girl in the face while he's talking to him.
It was cold, man. Like you're just standing there. She's yelling at you. You're never gonna tap it again. And he's like, the best part about all this is that you just believe whatever we tell you. And then he goes, and this is what I can do. And goes, and you just see the look on her face where she's like, what do you mean? And then there's a hole in her face. Like, just here, you know?
That kind of abrupt fucking gunshots usually are a really funny reaction. I'm like, what the hell just happened? Okay. Nice. That sounds funny. Did you guys clip any of it?
I don't know that anybody made any clips.
Yo, Brian and Randall, sort it the fuck out.
You're the one shocked, so I couldn't move.
I didn't see he told me about the nightmare ending. I didn't see that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did Brian not clip someone getting glocked down from point blank?
I'll have to just go back and because it was at the very end of the the playthrough in my sit down, so or my stream, so I can go back and find it and make some clips. But oh my god, dude, I couldn't believe it. Everything was going perfectly, and then it was just like one wrong decision after the other.
You know what it felt like for me? It felt like
the
whole time I was watching a PG-13 movie, and it was advertised as PG-13, a PG-13 comedy / family movie, and in one frame it changed to hardcore rated R. Like everything Like everything bad that happened just kept happening, like one shot after the other, and it was like abrupt. Like everybody dying, like especially with Alice, Luther, and Kara. Like I was like, of course, yeah, the black dude is gonna die. It figures. It figures. And then I was like, well, maybe depending on what he picks, it might be a scenario where like Kara dies and then Luther takes the mantle and like now he has to care for Alice. No.
He just
every scenario he dies.
Yeah. Like I really tried. I was really upset with that because there was no winning with that route. And I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this that I like? There's not a single like I thought for sure that plunging into the water because I the second time I went back through, I found an extra scene that I didn't get to the first time, and it said I analyzed the water, and then Luther comes up and he goes, "Better not get in the water; it'll freeze our components." And I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense because the first time I got in the water, it started like coming up, component damage, and then it was like a full like minute and a half of me like being in the water. Okay,
right.
When I got to the what's it called, the patrols, because there was no way to dodge the patrols. It wasn't like, oh, I let them go, I let the other boats go and they die and I can just go through because I'm just sitting here in the water, whatever. I plunged into the water. We're talking less than 30 seconds, like maybe less than 15 seconds. We plunged into the water, they unload into the boats, we get out of the water. I think Luther was in there for like 5 more seconds than me because I got up and then he handed me Alice and then he got into the boat. Well, he gets up and then he goes, oh, and just dies. And I'm like, what do you mean you just died? Like there was nothing. It was, he didn't get shot. He wasn't in the water for very long. He gets in the boat and goes, and dies. And that's it.
I thought it was even if you go behind the boat that he was so big he got shot anyway or something like that. Because remember that each ending, it wasn't like a different I died. It was literally he fell the same way and then he gives the same speech and then I figured he just got shot every time.
Like he's on a play at like a theater or something.
Yeah, it's like he was rehearsing for a play.
Oh my god.
I was really pissed. I was upset with the whole like don't get me wrong. I understand that there's only like one good path to go, and then there's like a whole bunch of other shit that can go, right or wrong. But yeah, I felt like there should have been at least
multiple good paths.
Like paths that you could like safely, do stuff. And there wasn't. There was
only the one. So the way you saved everyone is the same way Kelsey had to save everyone.
When you get to that part of the game, that seems to be the only way you can get everyone to survive.
That's unfortunate. I thought it was like multiple.
But this is what I love about the game because it's so intricate and like with the details and stuff. When you take the bus and you go to the bus station, because after you get off the bus, they're locking it down, and you got to go through the bus station, and you got to get through like a checkpoint.
Okay.
They take your temperature to determine whether or not you're human or an android.
Exactly. So when you get up there, if they check your temperature and they see that you're an android, they're gonna gun you down on sight, right?
What the hell?
But if you choose to be passive when you're playing as Marcus, when you're doing all the protesting and stuff like that, and you choose to be passive and not aggressive, when they show him on TV, the guy who's checking you, he looks at the screen and he sees that Marcus and pretty much all the androids are trying to resolve the situation in a peaceful manner.
Right.
And that's what motivates him to let Kara, Luther, and Alice go. But if you are aggressive, this is something that you decide early on in the game, whether or not you choose one path or the other.
Okay.
If you choose, so depending on that will determine, even if you do get past the bus situation, it still doesn't guarantee that they're going to survive, because depending on the decision that you made previously or early on in the game will dictate whether or not they survive in that particular situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a little more leeway with like some of the endings, where like if you made the right decisions up to this point, there were multiple different ways that you could go for different outcomes where it was genuinely, a good outcome. I think I didn't actually finish it because I just kept restarting and going back to the checkpoint to like retry whatever option with the patrol. I think there was a way to at least have Kara and Alice survive, but Luther would not. But there were several that like, Alice was the only one that survived, or Kara was the only one that survived, or everybody just died.
There's never a Luther only survived.
Yeah,
of course
Luther
not.
was never alive. Like,
of course not. Like, do you not see what he looks like?
I haven't, but I'm guessing I kind of put it together now.
He looks like me, but bigger.
Nice.
Yeah, dude was huge.
You said he's Canadian?
I said he's Korean.
Oh. How'd I get Canadian?
You know what's interesting too? I don't know what I did that was different, and I've been thinking about it ever since I saw Kelsey play. But when you get off the elevator with Connor at the bottom before you like run in with the other Connor, and you know how like you dismantle a bunch of guards or whatever. When I got off the elevator, nobody was there.
Did you probably took out the camera? I don't remember looking around much. I just remember getting on the elevator, killing the 2 guards, and then, hitting the button. Or maybe I didn't get a choice. I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember the scene. He like looks and he goes, "Fuck!" And there's a camera up there, and they're just staring at him. But so when I got off the elevator, there's like I think there's 5 dudes around me, and I'm holding the body of one of the guys that I had just killed. And I only have a pistol. I get out, and you have like a time sequence to push in a bunch of buttons so that you take out all the guards.
Okay.
So the first scene is you taking out 3 guards at once and then turning to the other 2. So I push all the buttons to take everybody out. He's like holding the dude, and he goes pop, 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 takes the pistol and chucks it at one of the dudes. And then bum rushes the other guy as that dude's like, "What the fuck was that? What are you doing? You don't throw a live gun? Like, what is wrong with you?" And then like, you battle with them, you take the gun and you shoot the other 2 guys. I always managed to do that one perfectly, so I don't know what would happen if you fucked up. But it was so funny because Bryant even commented on it. He was like, the gun throw, the best part of this game.
Oh, that's fantastic. I thought you were going to tell me he threw the gun and then it discharged on impact and killed another person. I would have been like, no. That's ridiculous.
Now, I don't know if he was just out of bullets or what, but he literally just is like, yeah.
Fucking threw it. That's a Brian move right there. He's like, I'm out of bullets. Well, here's one more, bro.
Yeah. Always
the size of a gun, dude.
When it tells you to move left, do you have to like move the mouse left or do you have to hit left?
So you click and move and pull the mouse to the left.
That's crazy. Because isn't there some that's like you got to move right and then do a half circle?
Yeah. So one of the first, like when you, all the ones that you saw where it was like, like that, I literally like would click and then draw with the mouse, and I'd have to do all that in live time. While I was doing it. Dude, I had some perfects going through there. Like when I fought those
I gotta give him that. A lot of his like the time sequences, he was like nailing them like back to back to back. I think like he would only miss like one. The rest of them, he was hitting all of them.
You gotta keep in mind he's played DDR, and I think he plays the keyboard and mouse version on his computer. So like I'm sure he's got it.
But so did I tell you about the time? So I told you about the times all the times Connor died, right?
Yeah.
Or have you not? Okay. So I'm still pissed. I'm still bitter. Okay. That one time, like I fucking saw it, and I was like, click right, click right. I did it twice in the time that it was like you have to do this, and it was like,
no.
I don't know what you're doing, but it's not right. Like, dude, are you serious? And then after that, we went to the strip club. I fucking perfected like a 4-minute sequence. Okay, like I'm just getting bodied by this chick and then fighting her off. There's like 90 fucking inputs. All of them. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, but I didn't do that one. Okay. Me too.
I would have been fucking.
Maybe the AI was like angry. Was like, no, Connor will die today.
Yeah. We don't like Connor.
Connor, what the fuck are you doing?
Because the thing is that like Connor's series, from what I've gathered, Connor's series, depending on what you do throughout the game, there's a part where you go into like the evidence room, and then you have to try and figure out about Jericho. And the more perps you catch, the better chance you have of actually figuring it out, because you get to talk to them if you can bring them back to life or turn them back on.
Gotcha.
And so if you die, you don't get the perp in the evidence room.
Yeah. Damn. There's a lot of fucking outcomes for this game, dude.
That's how all games should be.
Again, Randall, like if they had the time and resources, I'm sure everyone would love to do that.
Witcher.
If they stop spending money on what's it called? Where they try and make it so people can't hack the game, or I know what this is called.
DRM.
DRM, yes. Like they're like, yeah, we spent $47 million on DRM. Some 16-year-old in Australia is like, yeah, it only took me like 14 hours, but I waited until the 40th hour to make them feel like they were, accomplishing something.
Yeah, it's a waste of resources, and money. I guess that's also in the resources.
Seriously, if they would drive down the total cost of games if they just release the game. People are gonna buy music, games, stuff, all that stuff, all the computer applications if they really enjoy it. And if they don't, they were never going to buy them in the first place.
And so you can't prove otherwise. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's one of the. I think we've talked about this before with like the music industry and things is complaining about piracy and shit. And they're like, we lost over $1 billion last year. No, you didn't. You didn't have that money to begin with. They didn't them downloading it didn't take money from you. You never had that money. Like,
but they try to get so much money into that. I like that everyone's just starting to use what's that bear one? The anti-cheat one that now I think almost everyone's using. Easy anti-cheat, I think it is. To try to stop cheaters. Like on multiplayer games.
To stop the cheaters?
Like the easy anti-cheat or something. Like I'd rather have a joint operation of, let's make a API or something that can help, instead of, we have a special one, we dedicated X amount of hours for our game only. It's like, dude, it'll get cracked.
Went to EA, they dropped like 20, 30 million dollars on DRM stuff. And it's like, do you realize how many more developers and things you could have hired to make an even better game with that money? Like, Jesus Christ.
It's unfortunate. Speaking of making... Yeah, they'd be tripping. You know who else has been tripping? Apple's been tripping.
Right.
Okay.
Are there pictures?
I'm sorry?
Are there pictures?
Pictures of what?
Of the phone.
Yeah, it's all been shown. There's 4 phones, or 3 or 4 phones. The 12 mini, I think it's mini.
Yeah, the mini is the smallest one.
Yeah, which is supposed to replace the SEs. Remember the SE line? Then the 12 regular, and then the 12 Pro. And then they were talking about the 12 Pro Max, but I don't think that's a separate phone. It might be something like an upgrade or some shit. I don't know what that is.
If it's Max, it's probably just the biggest size.
All I remember seeing is the 12 Pro. But then they were referencing the 12 Pro Max, and they didn't show a different phone, unless I missed it.
Yeah, they only have here listed the mini, which starts at $700.
Yep.
And then you get the
12,
which apparently
standard.
starts at 6.7 inches.
Oh my god, that's one of the things I gotta talk about.
The iPhone 12 Pro Max starts at 6.7 inch display. Starts at $1,100. And then there's the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. But I don't really see anything about the 12 and 12 Pro, just the Max and the Mini. So there's 4. Yeah, there's 4. There's the Mini Pro, or the Mini, the 12, the Pro, and the Pro Max.
Okay, so there's 4. And I think the Pro or the Pro Max is like $1,200 or $1,100.
Yeah, the Pro Max is $1,100. It
But
starts at
what can it do?
$1,100. I don't know if that's like, you know, I'm assuming that you can change the hard drive, or the storage space.
Storage space. You got it right. I mean, it's technically not a hard
It is
drive.
the
But I know what
hard
you meant.
drive.
It's
It's depending if it's a disk drive or if it's a
Yeah.
SSD.
Yeah.
But what can it do?
All right, Randall. So this is where I started laughing multiple times because the market, whoever's doing marketing in this is like, I would like to survey people and tell them like, did this actually sell you on the phone? And I want to know who needs to be thrown into space.
How long was the demonstration? Was it only
I
like
had
a
to
couple
stop.
minutes, or-
I had to stop watching because it was an hour, and I only had an hour for lunch. So like, and it was still going, talking about the 12 Pro Max. I think it was. I'm like, I gotta go.
They talked about the phone for an hour.
It started with now they have. You know how Google Nest has the Nest Mini speaker?
Yeah.
They have their own now, the HomePod Mini, and they announced that at first, and then they went into the iPhone.
So a whole bunch of shit that nobody really cares about that much, and then they saved the best for last.
Here's some. I'm gonna be referencing. AMD last week had a press conference or like a presentation of the new CPUs that are coming out, the Ryzen 5000 series. Now, the thing that I loved about it, about AMD, not Apple's here, is they needed to bring benchmarks. They needed to bring something to get people hyped, numbers that mattered. So not only did they put like their own, like, oh, this is like their own spin on it. Oh, we're the number one in this and this and this, you know, because they had the gloat. They're like, and to prove it, here are charts. And not only did they put their like last gen of Ryzen against current gen, they put Intel's latest on there as well. Like, look at the competition's numbers, and this is what this is coming to come out with. And boy, those were impressive numbers. We'll see when the user benchmarks come, but those are impressive numbers. Apple decides, we're just gonna say shit, and you're gonna have to believe it. There's parts of the video where it's black with big white text and just says 50% faster than all phones. Cut to the next thing. We're 50% more efficient. Next slide. They don't fucking talk about anything else. No numbers besides now we're the fastest phone thanks to the A14 Bionic, what's it called? All in like massive text on the black background. I'm like, says who? Like what benchmarks? Where? What made you the best? Don't worry about it. Just $1,200. You got it. One of the fucking metrics that I'm mad at human beings for this because of the way y'all treat your fucking phones. This is a metric that was shown on there like 4 times.
Shatter resistance.
I wish. This is what they said verbatim.
Okay.
The iPhone.
I gotta.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
The iPhone 12 has 4 times the drop performance. I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And they showed people dropping their phones and like a phone fucking like barrel rolling down someone's dash. And I'm like on a car. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? That I could not get out of my head. And good for you, I guess that's good marketing. That is the worst statement on the planet. People who are stop dropping your phones and throwing them. It's gotten so bad, that's a metric to sell shit on. Are you kidding?
Like, okay, so I understand it to an extent because it's like you never know what's going to happen. Your kids are going to throw it. You're going to be like carrying a bunch of stuff. It's going to fall out of your pocket. You drop it, you know, whatever. Like the bend test is probably the biggest one for me because like I carry my stuff in my pocket, and especially if I'm wearing jeans, the jeans get really tight around the thighs because I have thick thighs. And so if I squat down, I've actually broken 2 phones with thick thighs, okay? With
I've
just
broken
it being
one,
in my
yeah.
pocket. So that one, like when they went from, was it like the 5 to the 6 or something? And it was just it basically made out of plastic, and you couldn't, you know, do anything with it. The resistance, the total resistance for bending was like nothing. That was like, okay, that means I can't like keep it in my pocket when I'm like working in the garage or bending down or something like that. I have to keep that in mind because that is something that I am aware of. But I don't feel like that should be like yeah, you know, here it is. It can drop
Kelsey,
from 1,000 feet and you can be fine. Like
Kelsey, that's not what they said. That right there is actual numbers. What they did was white background times 4 in blue massive text, and then black underneath said drop performance. They made it seem like in the back alley we have people throwing their phones down for fucking sport. What That's not performance. The next thing was the comparison between. Yeah, dude, get the fuck out. One other thing that fucking just threw me, I started laughing. Is they're like, oh, from I think iPhone 11 to iPhone this one, they're like 5.8 screen to 6.1 is a huge increase. Ladies, you think a 5.8 dick and a 6.1 is a huge fucking difference? It's not, right?
Wait. You're saying this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said they said that on the stage. I was
they said that about their screen.
This other screen. They're like, it's a huge. That's
okay.
not a huge difference. 0.3 of a fucking inch? Get the fuck out.
Oh, look at your chat.
Janiana says every centimeter counts. Then, bro, go for it. I laugh. I'm like, you guys
Did
are
she really say that?
Yeah, that's what she said. I mean, Randall, like, she's got to work with like literally 2 centimeters. So,
Oh my god.
What was the other thing? It was that. It was the fucking.
Looks like they upgraded the cameras again. It looks like it's got like 3 cameras now instead of just the 2, but I think it's only on the max.
And they also added a LiDAR to it.
11 has 3 cameras already.
What?
A LiDAR.
It's a LiDAR.
It's a sensor that throws lasers out so it can take in light, like depth and things like that. It's what cops use to see if you're fucking speeding.
Oh,
that technology is now on the phone.
They were trying to make the 3D and the panoramic stuff like way better. So they were trying to make it like I remember reading something about that where they added something that makes it a lot easier to do that stuff.
I thought it was a lie detector or something. Oh no, it's like an actual it's like radar, but for like it uses lasers to fucking fly through, and then when it bounces back to the camera, you can see the depth. That's like the high overview of what it does. So it does more than that. But what else? It was the fucking 4 times drop performance. That didn't, when it said it, I couldn't focus on the rest of the fucking.
So there wasn't one feature that was actually like, oh, this is a nice feature.
I mean, there's nice features, but that have already existed, like the whole picture thing, the panoramic, and they're adding computational photography. Google added that earlier this year or late last year. Or they're starting to use
camera.
Yeah, they're using machine learning to like better your photos and stuff. So it's like that's cool that you guys have it now, but it's like that's old.
So nothing groundbreaking that's already been done.
They've had that since like before the 3 came out. Pixel 3.
That's why I'm like, okay, it's good that you guys have it now. 5G is the big thing they were trying to push.
Oh.
So that's another big old one. But there was something else. It was the fucking the screen size, the drop performance. Oh my god, it was a third thing. I forgot what the fuck it was, dude. Oh well. But that drop performance thing, I will never forget that, man. Like next time they announce another one, I want to see that metric. I want to see now with 7 times drop performance. Oh my lord. Oh, I found it. MagSafe. Oh my god, dude. That entire thing, the name of that fucking ecosystem is just too funny to me. You ran your phone MagSafe? You have an iPhone, you can use MagSafe magnets. So the back of the phone now is MagSafe. It has a bunch of magnet stuff, so you can. They have accessories now that you can attach like a wallet with a magnetized thing in the back to your phone, or if you want to like put it like on a dock on your car, bam, magnetized, clips on, and don't worry about it slipping off or like it's sliding because it's MagSafe. You guys want to spend $1,200 now?
They went back to the old design. It looks like
it's thinner. They're saying it's like they threw a bunch of percentages of how much thinner and lighter it is.
Yeah.
There's less bezel as well for the screen. I'm disappointed that this has nothing to do with the gun magazine.
They went back to, I think it's the iPhone 5 design where it's like more squarish.
It's square. It's flat. It's not round. It's not round edges anymore.
It says it's got rounded edges.
No, not the corners. The actual sides. The sides are now flat. The corners are still rounded. Sorry. But that's it. That's all I really want to make fun of, man. The fucking four times drop performance. I need you to watch that event to show them. It was like it wasn't once. They even have like what? No, it's on their fucking website. Here, please sync up, fucker. Please show this. Oh no! Fuck your phone, Randall. Fuck your. Go to. Yeah, go to apple.com and go to the fucking iPhone 12. It says 4 times better drop performance.
Randall, just screenshot it and put it in the group chat.
Oh yeah, in the group chat.
So I'm watching.
That was too funny.
Business. I'm on CNN Business, and they have like a clip of the thing. It's just some old white dude standing up there, and there's the massive black background, and it says super fast, more advanced, private and secure.
Yeah.
Which one you want me to put it in? General?
Just in the podcast call one.
Oh.
Or he's not in the podcast one. He's in
the other one. What is it? The some clippers or whatever it is.
Some clingers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Bryant.
What was I gonna say?
What?
But most of that's what like infuriated me about that. It wasn't like, oh, here's the actual tech. This is why we're the best. It's
So they said it's 11% thinner,
buzzword. Yeah, go ahead.
11% thinner, 15% smaller, and 16% lighter. I hate percentages.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you anything. Like World of Warcraft used to do this. I think they still do. They're like, we've increased the drop rate by 300%. Okay. Yes, technically you now have 3 times more of a chance to do that. But if you go from 0.004% and
to 0.12,
0.12%,
yeah,
that's still not like, oh, you're going to start actually getting this. It's still garbage.
Yes. That's what this felt like. It's like they were trying to like distract you with big fucking font, with high percentage numbers, with no bar. I'm a man with I need numbers, line charts, difference between the two, not just who watched this and they were like, yo, they're far ahead of Apple now or Google stuff right now, bro. Fuck, you told me nothing.
They said, it's not shipping with a charging brick or headphones because supposedly everybody already owns those, which they don't. They said removing these items also means smaller, lighter iPhone box. We can fit up to 70% more items on a shipping pallet, reducing shipping emissions.
Yeah, they used environmentalist reasons to give them a reason to sell you more shit later.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, we're saving the environment, so that's why we're just sending you the phone. But you'll still have to pay for the fucking the charging cable and the other stuff.
It doesn't even seem like that was a big spin. Like in reality, if you say that again, it's them saying it costs us less to ship things out for you to buy.
Yeah, they can basically ship more units for less, which means that they make more money.
They just flex on everybody like, yo, I gotta support them.
No. So one of the CNN business is like, but are people going to actually buy this? They said that the last time that they had like a problem with selling the phones was back in 2000 and what was it? 8 with the iPhone 3G, with it being really uncertain. And then first of all, you have the 5G, which the 5G network in America is absolute garbage right now.
Whoa, no, nope. We had Verizon on stage on that event saying Verizon's the best, ultra wideband. Now that iPhone has it, let me quote what the fucking motto for 5G was: 5G just got real. Multiple times in that fucking section. Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean it just got real? You trying to be hip now while you're fucking robotically reading off a goddamn teleprompter, barely moving with no life? No. Oh my God.
But the 5G coverage is first of all, the 5G coverage is garbage. Second of all, the speeds on 5G are nothing compared to most of the European countries that already have it.
Also wrong, Kelsey. On this event, this man stood up on stage and said on peak downloads, 4 gigabits. Okay? Upload 200 megabit. Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. I believe only Apple. $1,200 sold.
Yeah, So that's in the one area that actually has it, you know?
At the Apple building where they make it.
Yeah.
I love that they don't even say how consistently you can get peak.
Yeah.
Bro,
Peak-
it's like the frame that it says peak on there, you're
Yeah.
downloading.
You're
That's-
downloading at
that's
4 gigabits, bro.
That's what I love about like looking at like hard drives. You know, it's like peak download speeds is this. Okay, but what's the consistent download speed? Oh, well, that's this. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get that one because your peak is 5 gigabits per second, but your sustained is like 1.2, if that. And then there's this other one that's like it's only got a peak of 4, but it's got a sustained of 3.6. Clearly gonna go with the 3.6 because it's gonna be used more often than the other one.
We
But-
don't need those. We don't need those stats here. We're here to tell you that these percentages are so much higher than anyone on the planet. This new era of iPhone
Okay, so let's
will
let's
make you
continue the
come
list.
on impact.
They haven't given you any information. 5G, we don't even need to talk about that. But then the fact that like half the US has been laid off and doesn't have a job, doesn't have money. They never gave out stimulus checks to half of the people that were supposed to get them. They only gave $1,200 6 months ago, and so for just $6 a day, you too can sponsor a dying American.
Lowest price $700. We're out.
Yeah, and it's $700. But I mean, like, Verizon and them are doing they don't do contracts anymore where you have to like buy the phone. You get it and you pay a monthly fee, and so it's like it's not as bad. But at the same time, it's like that's still an extra $30-$40 a month that you have to come up with to pay for your plan.
It's not to take it, Kelsey. Now you're getting me tight. To take full advantage of an unlimited plan on Verizon, you got to get it. That's $70 to $80 per line.
Yeah.
So on top of the 12, that's $100 a month. So you can get the full sustainability. Sorry, this stability, Anthony. That's the word of 5G up until maybe 20 gigs. When at that point your priority gets lowered because there's no true unlimited plan.
No. That's only if you already pay the extra $10 for the priority queue, because they have you can have the unlimited plan and not have the priority queue, which means that you don't get the upgraded speeds. It's $10 a month extra. I know this because I'm on it, because the service here is garbage and there was the only way that I could like actually get an active connection in certain areas. It's $10 an extra month per line to have the priority queue.
I feel like
We're at $100 and something a month now.
this press conference has said so little. I feel like Capcom wrote it.
I don't know. To me, once I heard 4 times drop performance, dude, I don't think I understand where my expectation just went. Oh, this is a comedy movie, and I'm just enjoying the rest of the fucking thing.
I don't know. It sounds like my run through Detroit Becoming Human was better than this.
I would rather watch that. Obviously, that sounds like the story there. The story here is we're reading off a teleprompter. We're giving you God's gift from man for only $1,100. What do we do with the old stuff? We don't care. We already have your $1,100, and you'll probably need a charger if you're If you're swapping from Android, how are you gonna charge your phone? You think we use USB-C like the rest of the world? Ha! Peasants. We use lightning cables. Another $33. Oh, but you want to hear music privately? We think we peasants? Support only the AirPods. That's it. The best fucking things you can put on your ears. Another $120.
Yeah, I love that they don't sell you anything, or don't include things now so that they can sell you stuff later. But then like all the third parties come out and they're like, yeah, so we made the same exact thing with actual better quality in a lot of cases, because it does more than just the one function that they're trying to sell you for $150. And it's $16.
Don't buy those. Here at Apple, we use the tears of immigrants to forge these accessories. So you know they'll last longer than 33 minutes.
Google's also an offender on that though, because when I try to get when I had my Pixel 2, and I tried to get the USB adapter. It was like 2-in-1, so it was like an aux and a charging adapter. Like
Go for it. Yeah.
I was like, we don't support that. My phone told me, no, we don't support that. Literally on the screen.
Yeah, that's a version on Google because Samsung supports. That's on a per hardware thing. They can disable and enable it. For some reason, Google's Pixel fucking lines do that, and it's atrocious. So I can't like HDMI out of my phone, which you should be able to, especially with the bandwidth USB-C has.
Wait, what do you mean you can't HDMI out of it?
You can't have a cable that goes. You can't have a lightning cable that goes from that to an HDMI.
Google Pixels don't use Lightning. That's only for the royalty.
Sorry, I thought you were talking
That's
about the
for
iPhone.
royalty.
I missed it because I was looking at something else.
That's not for me. I'm a peasant. Apple looks at me and they spit on me in the street. All right? Like, ugh. A Pixel in your hand? Ugh. And they spit on me and my phone. And then water damage. And it's like, oh, go get that fixed. Here at Apple, we don't have to worry about it. We drown our phones. Ours actually has 4 times the drop performance. How many times can you drop yours?
Though?
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
They didn't increase their drench performance, though.
That's going to be next year's fucking stat.
We're 60% more soak proof.
The thing about it, they kept repeating it. And not only that, you know how they have like, they show you ads of the phone and stuff? Like what's probably going to air on TV? It's that. It's like there's a section of it where it's like, I'm telling you guys, like they're in the middle of a fucking accident and the thing is flipping on the car's dash and as it's flipping by, the text comes up 4 times drop performance. Though that's not the fucking term to use. Durability maybe would be a better one. Not drop performance. That sounds like the opposite of each other. Like I'm dropping frames, damn, my performance is shit. No, but Apple's like, at Apple.
They should have used like shatter resistant or something. Like drop performance, it makes it sound like, they're basically in the back alleys using them as Beyblades. Like that's not a stat. Like shatter resistant or drop resistant or something that's like not
or pounds of force. A case can withstand, like, oh my god, you just reminded me of the other ones. The other thing that they put on there. They made the screen so much stronger using crystallized who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
And then they've had this weird fucking animation of little coronavirus looking goddamn crystals.
I saw that one. I was laughing. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Spreading on this fucking thing, and they're like, most durable screen ever for a phone. I'm like, who are you talking to? Like you're talking to the people who like want numbers, not just a storyteller from fucking Zimbabwe, dude. Like I need stats. What was she saying? I dropped my Pixel a lot. You said, do you have a case? Yeah, but it's thin, so I'm impressed with it. With my previous history, get an arm strap case, and you're set for life. I guess.
I didn't write life.
For life. Sorry. I don't know what an event, and I didn't get to finish it because I didn't know it took more than an hour to show me a phone. Oh my god, dude!
Game of the year.
Hey man, I'm not the one spending $800 to $1,100 on a phone. So,
yeah, Jen and I have had I think we have the 10s, and we've had them for over 2 years now. And hers is starting to act funny, and so she's like, probably gonna need to get a new one soon. But I think I'd rather her just get another 10 because at least it would be worth it. It's cheaper. It's not gonna like raise the bill that much. And it'll do everything that we want it to.
No, Kelsey, how fucking dare you? They're gonna spit on you. You need a new phone? You go only for the best. The iPhone 12. Pre-order start November 6th. In stores November 13th. Be there or be spat on. Or 16th or something like that. I don't know. Brian, what face are you fucking making right now, bro?
I don't know.
Oh man, I like the colors. It's on the positive note. I like the colors they're offering. There's a really bright red one. I'm like, oh, that looks lit. It looks like a Ferrari color.
Oh, you like with that red stuff? That's right.
Yeah. And then like they had like a nice a greenish one that looks pretty cool too. Like they had the colors on the case. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wonder, like, does the color affect the drop performance or?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let that go.
It's because red, you can see it being dropped and it'll alert you quicker.
Got it. And I think the Pro has a gold one, like a fake gold case, and I'm like, that's for Gucci right there, dude. That's Versace levels of money. The thing is, like, my $300 fucking Pixel 3a does what I need it to do. You know, even if I want to take pictures, it takes pictures. It's great quality for camera, front and back.
I think the reason a lot of people go with the new iPhones lately is just because like it works for me because I have like the iPad and a MacBook and everything syncs up super easily, and it's been doing that for a long time. I know that Google and Microsoft have really been jumping on that bandwagon so that you can like transfer things between them now. Like even Google Chrome, like I can go, hey, I have the Chrome app on my phone. I can go, what's currently open on my desktop? Oh yeah, I needed to look at that site, and there it is. Like, you know.
But the difference here's the difference between Google's approach and Microsoft's approach with Apple's. They're like, hey, it can be done with software. We don't need to fucking push $1,200 on them. Apple's like, no, the A14 Bionic chip is the only fucking possible way to do this. So exclusively on the iPhone 12, convenience. Pre-order start November 6th. Be there or be spat on.
You should do the next announcement, man.
I'd have more energy than any of them did. All of them were literally just... And today, there was one guy who did the following. Sorry, audio listeners, right? I gotta put this down. He was talking to the camera, like over here, and to turn to the other camera, he did this. And continued talking. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. There's no life in that event at all. You should have just sent me an email.
They should have had the Devolver Digital people do it for them.
I would rather have, what is it? Milestones. Those guys, that's how you make an announcement. Oh my God, dude. Again, they have cool stuff announced. Something that was cool. You can now record, they added in the camera, you can record with Dolby Vision in the camera phone, which is great. So for people who want to make movies and stuff, you can film with that on there, which I thought was nice. And I think it's 4K 60 as well, which again, that's nice stuff too. But again, for my use case, I ain't filming anything, dude. How many people who are gonna buy that are gonna be filming things? Not for TikTok.
Yeah, I mean TikTok. Like the only thing I can think of is it's for TikTok, and then maybe a couple of the Twitch streamers. Like that's not a huge base.
But the thing is, they're not using the stuff that they're recording in. TikTok doesn't give you HDR video. TikTok doesn't give you 4K 60 videos. You imagine the data usage on that? Twitch definitely doesn't have 4K. No one, if you do, the bitrate's horrendous, so it looks like trash. Like there's no use case for it.
Professional photographers if they're gonna spend $1,000 on a camera, they're gonna get a nice camera.
Like a camera. Like a Canon or a Nikon or that's the same company? No. Canon, Nikon, a Sony, like
Sony, Fuji,
a Panasonic, like those that were made from the ground up to take pictures, to take video. Sorry, flying thing, I killed you. Oh, I didn't. Surprise. You saw that fucking plot twist? All right. I got nothing else to say about it. God bless you, Apple users. I hope you don't spend $1,100, but I'm not going to stop you.
I hope they do. I hope they spend all their money. And then when they're outside with their phone with no service because they couldn't afford that and they have no home, think about your budgeting.
They already don't have a home because they only got a $1,200 check maybe 6 months ago.
Goodness.
Yeah, all right. is Apple is just now a status symbol. People have to get the newest one and be like, yo, I got it. And just to have a filter to hide the tears because they're in debt now.
Seriously, ever since Steve Jobs died, I feel like the company is just taking a turn for the worst. Whoever's like running it now just makes dumbass decisions.
I don't know about you, dude, but I saw the most immaculate marketing event this side of the planet has ever seen. Okay? The amount of hype since it first started, the first frame of that fucking video I'm like, I'm in it. Fuck my Google Pixel. It's time to ascend with these angels. To ascend with these royalty, kings of the planet, and queens. It's 2020.
Man.
If you act now, you can also get a monitor. So for only low price of $5,000, and then and then wait.
Yes, you're gonna go exactly where
$1,000.
Hit him with it.
$1,000.
Hit him with it.
You can get a stand to hold that monitor.
Yo, I can only like if I was like filthy rich to the point where I can get away with everything like a bunch of the rich people do. I didn't know that existed. And I walk into the Apple store just to browse. And like, oh, this monitor costs this much. And it's like, would you like the special stand? It's like, I mean, sure, it's just a stand. It's like, no, this is a $1,000 stand. I'm going to hit him with the stand. Because what else can he do with it? That stand better be get out of jail free card. That's how much I'm paying for it right there.
I would probably call the manager of that store and I'll pay him to fire the guy that told me how much it costs.
Yeah. No, sir, he's not kidding. It's $1,000. I'd call his manager and then get them all fired. And we'll go up the chain. Goodbye, Tim Cook. Because when we get to you, I'm getting the Lord to fire you. Go ahead.
Did I send you that video where the guy was like, he was buying, I'm trying to think of what he was doing. He was like buying like a graphics card or something, right?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, he was checking out and he's like, would you like a bag? And he's like, yeah, sure. How much does it cost? He's like, $2,000. He's like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. And the guy's like laughing. And he's like, and then the guy charges his card, puts the item in the bag. Guy's walking away. It says that he got charged like $2,200. And he goes back and he's like, what the fuck? There's a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, you charged me, you way overcharged me for the card. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Let me see that. No, I mean, it was $200 for the card and $2,000 for the bag. No, you said you wanted the bag and we were joking. Like we were having a laugh. Like there's no way that a bag costs $2,000. And he's like, no, I told you the bag costs $2,000. And I asked if you wanted it. And you're like, yeah, sure. I'm feeling, whatever
generous.
Today. Let's do it. And he's like, but we were laughing. It was a joke. You didn't tell me that, like, you didn't make it sound like it actually cost $2,000.
No, sir, I was completely serious. His eyes
like,
wide.
Would you like to return it? And he's like, yeah, sure. Oh, well, I can't take it. It's wrinkled.
What the heck?
I would suffocate him with that bag.
I need to find. Have you guys not seen this? I thought I
no. He would have. That person would have lost his life right there, dude. $2,000 for a bag, and I try to return it literally moments after you fucking conned me into getting it. You're dying right there on the spot. I'm probably going to jail for life. But you're getting stuff. Right, I'm going to use that $2,000 wisely.
I'm going to post this for you guys. I want you to enjoy this. This is the way it's done is just absolutely incredible. Like it's so just like a normal reaction, like a normal interaction, and you're just like you're just having a chat back and forth with the sales guy, and everything's like going great. And he's like, "Would you like a bag?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "It's $2,000." Yeah, sure.
Good one, dude. It, yeah, whatever.
And then he gets the.
What the fuck is this?
What do you? Why did you charge me $2,000 for the bag? Well, I told you it was $2,000. No. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. And
yeah. Go.
We'll check that out later. But.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are we talking about? How did we get here?
It is hilarious.
The Apple press conference.
Oh, the conference. Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know, Randall. You're an Apple user. You're an iPhone user. You getting the 12?
I don't see. From what you told me, I don't see a reason to get it.
Again,
that's why I asked you what the features were.
Again, Randall, when I got to a certain part of that event, I didn't give a shit after that. I'm like, I'm not retaining any of this anymore. The marketing there was
I'd spend the money on technology if the features are worth it. But if there's no new features, like warranting me getting a new phone, then I mean,
I can probably vouch for him because at first, like, he's an Apple fan. But I remember he hung on to scraps of a screen of a phone until it couldn't anymore. So I'm like,
I don't know how that.
It still worked, man.
No, it didn't, Randall.
It did. The screen still worked.
Randall, there was parts when you're like, what the heck? I heard you say "Dad" because you were swiping, and I'm like, you're cutting yourself at this point.
But it would still work though. Eventually,
yeah. When the blood was sensed in there, because the heat of the blood that you just fucking scraped off your thumb was
like, please, just make it work because he's bleeding to death.
Yeah. Jeez, man.
Why doesn't the swipe work? Oh, you just got to cut your fingers a little bit. Just rub the blood off. It's fine.
There was like nothing left of that screen.
I don't think you saw it, Kelsey, but like 30% of my screen was gone.
No, Randall, 30% of your screen was visible. The rest
I think
was.
We talked about
the rest
this on
was
one of the podcasts. Where I was like,
I had tape on it. Oh, what happened to Bryant?
He couldn't take that joke. He overloaded.
Can't have nice things. Hold on. You can keep talking. You don't have to point at my failure.
I'm just looking
no,
at.
we can't see your face, so we can't see your reactions.
You see, with the Apple 12,
I thought we were being hacked by Apple.
The iPhone 12. I wish they would come to hack me.
And of course, Bryant, who hasn't been doing most of the talking, is the first target.
Yeah, that's a warning shot to me. Bring it, dude. Oh my god.
But I wouldn't. From what I heard, it doesn't seem like it's worth getting.
I mean, you can go through it and like watch the event. It's just the marketing stuff like pushed me back away from it, like to the point where I'm like, this is just it seemed like a parody of the shit that we're saying to me. Like that's why I was like, nah, I'm good. I really don't care anymore. I just enjoyed it for the laughs, and then my lunch break ended, and I'm like, I gotta go. And they were still talking about the Pro Max. So I don't know.
Too, I've been like saving my money to, like you guys said, to get an actual camera. So I'm not gonna waste my savings on a new phone when I can get an actual camera.
I'm gonna spit on you right now, Randall. 4K 60 FPS with Dolby Vision camera. Where else would you find it? The dumpster? Terrible. When can we expect your $1,100?
Don't hold your breath.
Oh. You should get it for the nanoscale ceramic crystals. Yes, that's what it was called. God.
What, for the screen?
Yeah, the screen that's the most indestructible glass ever known to man. You think Kryptonians came down and crafted this fucking gem? Indestructible, I'm telling you. How do we know? Trust us. Pre-order November 6th. Get the fuck out.
So far, nothing that's been said has been anything but a laughing stock with the way that this is.
Again,
I didn't see the event, but I don't even know that I need to go watch it.
I think you do, because the pacing is like back to back. What are you saying to me? Do you think the people watching this give a and when they, oh my god, and then when they highlighted the A14 Bionic, and they're like, yo, we got 6 cores here. 2 of them high performance, the rest not so high performance, but they're backup. What the fuck does that tell me?
What does that even mean? Like,
what does that tell me? Oh, this GPU? Shoot, we got 4 cores in them. Okay, what the fuck are you running on it?
Just in case. That's what they're saying.
And then they show fucking League of Legends, the least GPU intensive fucking game to run on an iPhone. Oh, thanks.
Even then, they're making a mobile version of that game, of League. Like
that's what they showed off.
Down so it works for the phone.
Yeah, so I'm like, what are we doing?
Show me Marvel on there.
The thing that bothers me most, like, what is it, Genshin Impact or whatever? That came out? That's on mobile. That would be something to show off. As an open world 3D game with like a bunch of fucking shaded lighting and shadows and stuff. Nah, League of Legends, bro. Cool. All right, I'm done shitting on them. God bless you guys. No.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Is anybody else coming out with anything new tech-wise?
Yes, AMD's coming out on October 29th. They're going to have the event for their GPUs. Hopefully they bring it to light a fire underneath NVIDIA's ass, because they lit a fire under Intel's with their CPUs. So that'd be really cool if they match it in performance, so then NVIDIA can get to work. but they're gonna show off the new GPUs October 29th or something. So that event, I'm looking forward to.
You know, this whole like sold out thing is really getting under my skin, man.
Wait till the 3070s come out later this month. It's gonna be completely gone.
Aren't the 3070s supposed to be like even better than the 2080s?
They're better than the 2080 Ti's. They match it or improve a little bit, and it's only $500. That thing is gonna fly, Randall.
I remember reading something on Reddit the other day that they had posted actual statistics.
Yeah,
things that like sell people on stuff.
No, all you need is
even better
50%. We are now the number one. We don't need to prove it to you. You can tell by how expensive this is.
I guess the bigger the font, the truer it is.
Randall, I want you to sit down and watch it. You guys need to.
We have a watch party after the podcast?
I can't watch that atrocity again. It's like they're insulting my intelligence the entire time.
You don't need to watch them. You just need to watch our faces. You're just gonna watch and be like, I know what they're at. It's just like
you're gonna start crying blood. What are we talking about? We're going back to Apple again because it got me just so tight. Go ahead. You're talking about. I'm sorry. NVIDIA's the 3070.
We'll pee.
Oh,
All right. You're comparing the 2080 Ti.
So on Reddit they were talking about how the 37 is supposed to be better than the 2080 Ti, which is it's amazing because that's a huge leap to go from like the Ti version to the mid-range version for the cards.
Absolutely.
It also kind of destroys their whole they're never going to sell another 2080 Ti if you can spend $500 on the 3070 and then get better performance than anything that there is in the 20 series. So marketing wise, that it's like a good move and a bad move all at the same time, because you're literally just deleting an entire series.
I'm assuming they did that because they want the demand to be super, super high, which it is at this point. If you can get 2080 Ti, which I think at what is a 2080 Ti came out at launch? It was like what, $1,200?
Yeah.
You get that performance for $500 now. You can play games at 1440p, no problem with that for years to come, probably. And with more games supporting DLSS and that AI reconstruction stuff, you're gonna be fine.
$300 less than a Titan X. Because I think when it came out, it was $15.
I don't even know how that compares to a Titan X. There might be somebody with benchmarks with that. We'd have to look it up because I know they already reviewed the 3080 and I think 3090. I think I have benchmarks out. But yeah, that's like the craziest price for performance right there. 3070, good luck. If you're not already on like Amazon and stuff the day of, ready to hit buy now, you're gonna lose it. Because those are definitely gonna sell. Yeah, Brian, that's fucking creepy. You can't hear me. I guess we're done with the events there. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm like, how did we get there? It's the Apple event. Randall.
To be honest, I'd rather talk about this stuff than movies and stuff.
Us venting over how they insult my intelligence for more than an hour. I couldn't even watch the rest of it because I had to go back to work. But for an hour straight, nah. When does the fashion segment of the podcast come up? I still need to cut that up. Who was there watching? Brian was watching when Modern Warfare decided not to work. And they were just looking through 70s fashion. I gotta cut that. I saved the archive. I gotta cut that up into a little video of me just shitting on. Not shitting. Some of them were like manly fits. I'm like, yo, this guy's got swag. Yeah, some of them were lit.
I was looking at a fashion show?
No, it's because I wanted to. I think it was last Monday. I think it was. And I wanted to play Modern Warfare, except an update came out, so I let it update. I ran it, another shader update, but it will always fail the shaders. And it will crash. So I'm like, okay, let me repair it. It'll scan each file and try to repair the game. Keep in mind, Modern Warfare is 200 and something gigs. It's more than 250 gigs.
Is this on Steam or
PC.
Is this only on
PC? Modern Warfare is only on Activision, so it's on Battle.net. Battle.net.
BlizzardNet.
Oh yeah, BlizzardNet or whatever it is. Where WoW's on. So I let it repair for almost 40 minutes. When it gets to 90%, it's oh, we couldn't repair it, man. Try it again. So I'm like, okay, we'll do it one more time. So as I was repairing it, I'm like, what happened? As I was doing that, Ignacio sent me a picture of, or I guess the link to Rich Girl, which is the album cover of Hall & Oates. And I'm like,
I started song?
Yeah, I mean, that song slaps, but like,
it's about him.
It's not about me. The song slaps. And it's their faces with the thick mustache. And I'm like, yo, that mustache lit. And then we somehow got into like 70s fashion. And I'm like, let me just look it up. I have nothing else better to do. So I just started looking at men's 70s fashion and just started going through a bunch of stuff and making fun of some really funny outfits. And some of them were like, okay, that man got swag. And going through all of it. There's one guy holding an owl with like the craziest fit on. I'm like, and it was like in a magazine or something. 70s was wild, bro.
Yeah.
But that was lit. I don't know, Randall. What do you want to talk about then? You want to talk about movies and stuff?
No, I don't mind. I was just saying that I find these conversations more enjoyable when we talk about like technology and stuff coming out.
I'm telling you, man, the hottest thing so far is that AI reconstruction stuff, the ray trace, like using horsepower for new graphical features instead of we could render the same picture at a higher resolution. I'm like,
you talking about the thing from NVIDIA?
Yeah, like that stuff. I'm more intrigued about, like the AI reconstruction, so you can like run it at 540p, but then it'll AI reconstruct it at 1080p or higher, and it'll still look great.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. So NVIDIA is teamed up with
ARM.
Shit. Yeah, and they've people who have like bad internet connections, they can't do a lot of like the meetings, like the live meetings with cameras and things on, because it pixelates, everything gets looks like shit. They've released something that reduces the overall information that gets passed through the internet, and it basically is like using an AI to take a video of your face and make it look like you're talking, or actually moving your picture around to talk, so that you can join in on video meetings even with a bad internet connection, and actually like participate and stuff.
That's due to the AI reconstruction. It takes the video outcome from your webcam. The AI takes care of the frames, or like each frame. So it reconstructs it and then just throws the bitrate up. Hopefully it maximizes the bitrate it uses.
Yeah.
I'll back up, so it looks really great. It cleans up a lot of pixelation, so it doesn't look like hot trash. I mean, it can only do so much, but it looks a lot cleaner, like the faces and stuff. And it's
sorry, I didn't realize that was the same thing, but that was really cool. Like I watched a video on it, and they showed like somebody who's got like the same person with like a shit internet connection versus using or a shit internet connection using the technology versus not. And even though it's sending the same amount of information across, the pixelation doesn't occur because the reconstruction is just like using like data points mapped across the face to basically move the face around and make it look like it's still a somewhat high res video.
It's fantastic. And they have the SDK out. So like OBS, Xp, and all that stuff have the SDK. So then we can potentially use that AI video reconstruction locally. So I can, like, if I wanted to fake a 4K fucking recording by just converting it into record at 1080p and then just upscale it through AI reconstruction, not just resampling or whatever, and it'll probably look great, and I can upload that to YouTube. I could be like, look, in 4K, guys, wink wink.
I want to know how much latency it introduces doing so with the AI.
I mean, for which part?
It didn't really seem like it was a big deal, because it's sending less information across.
You talking about for the video?
For it to the example that Kelsey was using, like your shitty internet cleans it up and does all that, and then that's the output for it.
It's all quick, man. It's all real time. They have dedicated hardware for AI cores, like on NVIDIA GPUs now. They have tensor cores, they have CUDA cores, and then they have the ray tracing cores. The tensor cores are, I think, the ones that are used for AI, like machine learning stuff. Now they have dedicated hardware on, the RTX. Since the RTX is up, the 2000 series, they have AI cores on it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. That's how you're able to do DLSS, Brian, with Control and Fortnite and Wolfenstein and all the other stuff. DLSS uses the AI stuff to reconstruct the image from a lower resolution.
I tried it with Control, but that was back like on launch, and I couldn't get past a certain part of the game. It would just keep crashing.
Oh, now with DLSS 2.0, it's night and day. Like you should be able to put like a bunch of ray tracing stuff on and enable DLSS, and you're basically rendering the game at a lower resolution, and it'll reconstruct it at higher, getting you like.
His car has RTX.
Yeah, he has a 2070 or 2060.
2060 something.
He doesn't have a 3000 series. He has a 2000.
Yeah, but he still has RTX though.
Yeah, like he can play Cyberpunk
He
with.
plays Cyberpunk. He can have those real time ray tracing.
That's sadness from Randall.
I don't remember
what?
Which one I have.
I said that's sadness from Randall for the audio listener.
Oh, yeah.
How do I check which one I have? I don't remember if it's 2060 or 2080.
Open up the control panel and then. Okay, so let's move on. And let figure out what that's going on. What do you guys want to talk about, Kelsey?
Randall has go for it. Tech world, if you want.
Go for it.
Well, not really the tech world, in the medical world. So the massive company UHS is like United Health Systems.
Yes.
2060.
Okay, you have the same card I got.
So I don't know if you saw recently, but they were attacked by ransomware.
I did not know that.
So and it shut down their entire system, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the only way that places would get infected is if you log into their system while obviously connected to the internet, and then it would just go out and infect all the computers that are on the network, right?
All right, so let me interrupt you real quick. For listeners and video watchers, learning time with Anthony. Ransomware is software that encrypts your entire computer and holds your whole computer at ransom. You lose data. Only way to usually get it unencrypted is by paying the perpetrator to encrypt it for you. But it's not guaranteed because they can just take your money and run.
Yeah. But they linked
learning time with Anthony.
They linked it back to some Russian group. So it shut down all of UHS, which is like the largest system in the US right now, I think. And
shit.
My wife's hospital uses that system. Okay. But they're not like they don't have nearly as much stuff as like a normal hospital, because they're a psych hospital and they still do a lot of things by paper. But they still have like some records and things, like especially dealing with like insurance companies and that kind of stuff, using these systems. Well, they found out, let's see, Sunday. Actually, I think they found out before that. I think the CEOs and things found out like a couple days before that, but didn't like
tell anyone.
Tell anybody,
Sounds about right.
Or like only told a few people, and so it never got down to like the people who use the systems every day. And so I don't know if they actually got infected, but I think to make sure that nothing happened, they were like, nobody turn on the computers, nobody touch them, everything is now offline, and they disconnected the WAN. Shannon's been learning a lot about WAN and LAN because they keep using that term a lot. And she's like, she like understands part of it but doesn't really fully understand it. I'm like, I can explain it to you, and she's like, no, I don't want to know, shut the fuck up, leave me alone. And so she comes home early because she's working Sunday through Thursday. She comes home and I was like, why are you home so early? And she's like, so have a story, and then tells me all about it. And they were like, we're really hoping to get it up by tomorrow.
So no.
I was like, you're looking at a week and a half, sweetheart.
Yeah, that's not
like if they literally stopped everything now, shut everything down, and spent dedicated the next 72 hours, you might get up in a week. Maybe. Because you're talking about like having to like reformat everything, and like every computer needs to be reimaged. You have to like you sweep your network, make sure that this ransomware is not there. Even if you don't think it's there, there's always the possibility that it's embedded itself into something, and like if it's a major system, they're already starting to decompile or deconstruct everything and start from scratch, right?
Like, you better hope they had backups. Yeah.
Like all sorts of stuff. Like, this is why companies have like
a bunch of contingency plans.
Hours during the day of backups. You know, you're talking like every 15 minutes, there's a new backup on another hard drive that has nothing to do with the other hard drives, so that you lose minimal amount of information. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so she went back in on Monday, and they were talking about how they're really hoping to get it up today. We're trying to see what we can do. And her words, my husband doesn't know a lot of things. But he usually is really good with this stuff. He said it was going to take at least a week and a half. And I have to be honest, I'm inclined to believe him because that's the world he lives in. And so they were like, what the fuck you mean it's going to take a week and a half? And she's like, look, I don't know. He tried to explain it to me, but they're going to have to like format the computers or something, and then the WAN or the LAN or something, the network's going to have to go down and just shit everywhere. Okay. Like that's just the way it works. And they were like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? We have to contact the insurance companies. We don't have we can't pull up patient records. We can't get information like IDs and all this other stuff. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. He said it's going to take a week and a half. It's probably going to take a week and a half. So they got their system back up today or yesterday. I think it was today. And it's been over 2 weeks since the whole incident.
Oof.
You know, I was like, I told you.
It took even longer, which is the worst.
You know, and then they what was it? They had to go out and buy. They bought a hotspot from Verizon so that they had some way to connect to the internet for certain things, right? And because as they were bringing stuff back up, they didn't want to connect to the network because they needed to verify that everything was connected properly, and so they got a VPN tunnel into the secure part of the network so that they could actively do stuff. But because of part of the ransomware, certain systems got knocked out, and then they were like, no, their IP address got blocked by other companies. So the VPN tunnel did not allow them to log into certain things because they were like, no, you're part of that. We're not going to deal with that. We're not going to risk at all, get it back up on here.
You dirty. We don't know how you cleaned yourself.
They kept being like, Shannon, can we get your husband in here to help with this stuff? I was like, there's no way they could afford me. And because she told me this, and I was like, I charge $125 an hour for contracting. There's no way they're gonna ever pay me that. Today she messaged me and she goes, so the CFO, chief financial officer, his name is Stan. Yeah. She's like, so Stan walked in my office today and asked if asked about you. And I was like, oh yeah? She's like, I told him your hourly rate and he just walked out of my office. So rude.
Bro, get ready for the next phone call. We'll double it. Yeah, that's no fucking joke. When you get ransomware, bro, everything is gone. That thing is encrypted. It's on the disk, but you're not going to decrypt that. And good luck trying to guess the password, because if it's a sophisticated one, it switches the password. If you get it in a certain amount of times wrong.
Or it starts to delete or it starts, slowly deleting things as you guess it incorrectly.
Yeah. That's it. And if it's spreading on a network, that's easy. It's a small file, probably a meg, 2 megs. They can transfer that easily over a bunch of computers. Forget about it. You gotta shut that shit down fast. Yo, I miss Mr. Robot. God, that was a good show.
I convinced a friend of mine to start it recently. He's just been messaging me with mind fucks.
Yeah, did you ever end up watching Mr. Robot?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'd recommend that. That's heavy on him fucking up security, digital security, and it's accurate. So it's okay.
Yeah, we have a guy at the end of the street here who's in cybersecurity, and I really want to go talk to him about it. Just be like, hey, did you hear about this? Do you know anything about this? It's kind of nice because everybody else on the street they're either a doctor, a pharmacist, a nurse, or something to do with some medical thing. And so Shannon can interact with everybody, and I can talk about some things. but I don't have anybody that I can really like. We have a front end guy, who he only does front end, so he understands some of the stuff that like we do, but not
So
like
no way,
a
you know?
lot. And then nobody else. What?
So no way, you know?
No, that's my department. I'm the back end.
He's a back end. It took me a while because I'm like, what the hell's Brian trying to say? Because he's like whispering it, and I'm like, what? Go for it.
Yeah, but so it's nice to like have somebody else that's on the street that it like understands technology and that kind of stuff, because a lot of the husbands here don't. And I think there's a woman across the street who's an engineer for Boeing, and so it's fun to talk to her about stuff. But most of the women here are something to do with some medical field. Like we have a pharmacist behind us. There's a like a pediatrician and a or a physician's assistant or something. And then there's like a nurse, or an insurance lady, another nurse, and then there's like another nurse. Just everybody here has something to do with whatever.
But they don't all work at the same place, right?
Good, because that way when I hurt myself, somebody will come to save me. And she's like, nope, we're all off the clock. You can go fuck yourself.
You can bleed out on the fucking driveway.
Well, I told you the story of me blacking out across the street, right?
Yeah.
Leave him outside. He'll figure it out.
I mean, I'm sure he would. Oh, man. All right. Let's keep this moving. Randall. Oh, you rewatched Alien.
Well, I never, I did see it, but I saw it when it first came out. That was the last time I saw it.
Oh, so you're kind of seeing it again
for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, so I've seen it plenty of times before. Now, like after the first time I saw it, does it hold up for you since you had quite the gap?
I was thoroughly impressed.
Yes,
super impressed. Like how good the quality. Not only how good the quality was.
It wasn't trash CG. It was actually like, what is it? The things they use in Jurassic Park.
Prosthetics.
Yeah, like the actual prosthetic like effects, not like the CG it on there.
Yeah, man, it's a good movie. I thought some stuff was funny that's pretty blatant. Like there was this shot of
That's what I forgot to put on here too. Fuck. Go ahead.
What?
Alien vs. Predator.
Oh, there was this shot of I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, there's this part in the movie where Ripley gets smacked in the face.
Mm-hmm.
That jump was so funny. And then I found out later on behind scenes that what it was supposed to be faked, but for whatever reason, Ripley, the actress, she ended up leaning forward, so she leaned into the smack. It was supposed to be fake. It was supposed to like go past her face, but
she's like, "I'm an actress. I'm going to make it out."
No, I think she like lost her balance or something like that. And she ended up leaning towards the girl that smacked her, and she caught the whole thing. So her reaction was authentic.
Nice.
And I'm talking about like when she got hit, like the whole funny thing, like when her hair like swirls in the air. That jump was funny.
Because you got legit practical effects. Thank you, Jana.
I have a story about Slaps when he's done.
Okay. Randall, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Then.
Is that the end of the review? Like,
I mean, we all have seen the movie. There's nothing really for me to say.
I just wanted to know if
you've never seen
Alien. He's a fucking liar.
You're a liar.
I'm like, there's no way. He's a liar.
Everyone's seen Alien.
We're talking to the audience. What if we have 17-year-old Roblox players coming in?
I feel like everybody on this planet has seen Alien.
Yeah, if you're a 17-year-old Roblox player and you haven't watched Alien, stop listening to this because I know you're not anyway. And go watch Alien and Aliens, because the second one wasn't that bad either.
I actually ended up watching the second one right afterwards.
It's still, that one holds up too, right?
Yeah.
I figured.
Next, you need to watch Alien 3000.
I keep telling anyone that says, this is the great.
Dude, you need you need to go watch Alien.
Go watch it.
That sounds like it's trash. I don't know.
I'd rather watch that than this Apple event.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
But it's too scary. No, it's not.
About Alien 3000, okay? I'll never forget Mike Anstein telling us about this, because he's a huge.
He's on the
Alien
showed us.
He loves all of the movies. And then he was like, "Oh, Alien 3000! Like I didn't know they were coming out with another one." So he gets it. He watches it. There's a chase scene
Oh my
where they're like in a truck.
Yeah.
They're in a truck. Okay. You don't really know what the alien
Wait,
looks like.
what
It
movie
keeps
he's talking
changing
about?
shape.
Alien 3000.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted context.
You don't really like know what the alien looks like because he's like invisible, and then he like just keeps changing shape throughout the movie. But there's a chase scene where they're like in a truck driving like through the woods or something, and it literally cuts from some people in the back of a truck to a Tonka truck being pulled through the thing, and then you see the alien or something for the first time, and it's like a plastic figurine. Somebody is like,
"Is this a parody movie?"
No, these people were dead ass when they made.
Are you serious? What year was this movie made?
I'm pretty sure they just used the name Alien, so that, because at the time I think it came out like around the time that the Alien movies were happening, so that they could get more views.
So this isn't any. This has nothing to do with aliens.
There's aliens in it, Randall. There's
No.
Scary aliens
nothing
in
to
it.
do
That
with
story.
aliens.
No.
Okay. All right. What?
No, if you either need to be incredibly drunk or incredibly high to actually watch this movie and enjoy it.
It's one of those movies where you watch with people to make fun of it.
Mm.
Like it's so bad you joke on it so you can find some entertainment. It's excellent, dude. And then there's one sex scene where the guy is saying the weirdest fucking shit to her in the fucking tent, and I'm like, none of that works. So what are you doing? Oh man.
Yeah, God, that I've never seen it, but I'll never. He showed me the clip of the.
You didn't see the movie completely?
I've never seen the whole movie. No.
Randall, I have.
You to watch it?
Yeah, we went to Anstein's place to watch it. I don't know if you were there then.
No, I think I missed that one. I think I went out of town to see Liza.
I saw that movie, Kelsey. That is a masterpiece of fucking fire truck on fire. Like
it's a dumpster
fire truck
fire
on fire. A dumpster fire, yeah. Yeah, like it is. Oh my god. You got to watch it for shits and giggles, like goodness.
I keep meaning to, but I'm just like,
you just want to keep that memory of the fucking chase.
You have to have friends around. Like you can't.
Yes.
It's not something you could just sit there and go, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch this by myself." Like no, you need someone to like look at it and go, "Did you?"
Yeah.
Oh, you saw like that really happened on screen like that. Okay.
That's might have been why it's such a masterpiece to me, because we watched it in a group setting and we were all just fucking cracking on it. It was just so bad.
Jeez.
So Randall, you should watch it. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's move along here. All right, Randall, you got to talk about Brian. Because Randall talked to me about this. I don't know what he was talking about at the time. Party Animals.
Oh, he played it?
Brian played it apparently, so he was saying that it was like a physics-based fighter or something.
It looks like
So imagine
Fall Guys.
gang beasts with animals.
That's what I was asking him when he was telling me about it. I'm like, that sounds like gang beasts.
That's
So it's
how it was
basically
described to me, and it was a free demo, and friends were playing, and you can have 8 people in a game. And I wasn't doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished a Hades run, so I was good for the day. And I joined them. I've never played Gang Beasts before. We played for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I had abs.
Oh, that's how funny it is to watch?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Oh, shit.
The way it feels, it's a complaint, but also it's what makes it funny. Is imagine being an animal. So I picked an otter.
Yeah.
It's drunk, and that's what it's like looking at it and playing it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like, so it's third person since it's like Gang Beasts then, right? Like it's the camera's back here and people are doing it? Okay. How much is it?
It's the actual game hasn't come out yet.
Oh, so it's just a demo.
Yeah.
That sounds like content to me.
Today was the last day for the demo.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're on certain levels. I think there's only 3 or 4 you can fight on top of an airplane that's moving. You can fight on a submarine that's submerging. You can fight in what looks like a fucking old ancient dojo. I don't know if there's another level or not.
I only fought on a submarine and a plane.
So
Brian,
the
apparently you're a
whole
party
objective-
animal. Cobra says you're a party animal.
Oh, fuck.
Brian's getting hacked right now. Did you see the way he fucking reacted?
Because somehow, I guess, by ultra instinct, that I moved the podcast thing over to my left side.
So weird
the
that you
whole
would mention that.
objective The whole objective is get them out of the level. Like gang beasts. You're on a
Oh, so
platform. You're on a
there's no
plane,
health bar.
Throw them off. So you can also knock them the fuck out to the point where they die. If you land.
Oh, so like
yeah,
so there's health. Okay.
So, hey, Brian, you know what I was doing? I would run, roll, jump, and then do the punch, and it's like he's doing a falcon punch. And yo, I did that and punched some dude, and he flew off the plane, bro. Like he flew so hard, like the camera could not keep up. He just like went out the screen.
You said you're on the submarine, right?
Yeah.
You know they start you in the front like the silo, and then there's the rest of the thing. You go around the top part. My whole strategy while playing is they're gonna fight and swing at each other with bullshit. I'm just gonna climb to the top and wait. And I had 2 wins, and the strategy is working. I start running, and someone's following me. I don't know if it's to slap me or to join me up there. So I turn around the corner waiting for them. I run at the wall jump, drop kick them off the submarine, and they insta died.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you could like falcon punch and drop kick people. Like it's really fun. Like, it's a lot of fun.
Sounds like clips needed to be made. That's weird.
It's basically you can sprint, you can grab things and throw them. You can punch, kick, and headbutt things.
Yeah,
that's the controls. You can, and they drop weapons, and if you pick them up correctly, so if you actually grab them by the handle, you swing those shits.
Oh, okay.
They have like shovels, crossbows, tasers, ice guns, things like that. The whole point is kill them or get them off the level.
Yeah, check this out when it comes out. Did they announce?
I don't know what the release date is, but so just imagine drunk animals
swinging it out,
fighting to kill each other or throw them off the level.
Drunk animals just swinging on each other.
Yeah.
Do you work the body?
If you hit them with like a really strong hit, the game slows down. So so a lot of times I saw somebody with a shovel. I didn't want to get hit, so I basically running fucking foot dove them. And you knock them out sometimes so hard that it goes like, God damn. Like, you know the Tekken 7?
Yeah. The slow motion right before doing the... Yeah.
Imagine it connects so hard it does that.
That's lit. God damn. If you get drop kicked or some shit?
If you sprint and press the buttons, you get basically stronger version, so you can punch if you're regular walking. If you sprint, and there's a stamina bar too, so if you're climbing or sprinting, you'll use some of that. But if you sprint and punch, it's basically a haymaker. Like he throws his whole body into it.
Oh,
so
shit.
if it connects, instant slept. And then you can pick them up and throw them or whatever.
Or most of the time, that hit would knock them off the stage.
But you have to commit to it. Like, as soon as you hit the button, you're going to be going in that direction. It doesn't lock on anything, right?
No.
Okay.
So that's an issue that I have, but it's also what makes it funny to watch is it's not you press the button immediate jab. There's always like a buffer, like a delay for all the things.
That's because it's probably velocity based, because it's all physics. So you hit the button and they apply the force to the limb instead of just animation frame going to the next thing.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
So that's the part that I was like, I wish it was more responsive, but if it was, it probably wouldn't look as funny. But yeah, overall, very fun time. You can play with up to 8 people, so we had everybody and 8 people just swinging at each other.
That sounds fun.
Discord, so it was just
yelling, people just yelling,
and you can grab at any time, and you can break grabs too.
I was gonna ask. As soon as you said grab, I'm like, okay, can I break it?
Because it was a time where I got knocked out, and then he went to go pick me up to throw me off the plane. But like, I was just at that point. I was just button mashing to try to get out, and I saw my character going like this, and then he like jumped off before he actually like threw me off.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When someone's grabbing you, if you mash, it makes their stamina go down faster, so they have to let go eventually.
Oh, that's a good way of punishing them for it.
But like, if you have a group, I think this would last longer than Fall Guys, only because it's a group effort instead of you have 3 other people and then you have to win. Does that make sense? Like, you're with more than just 3 other friends just beating the shit out of each other.
Wait, so when you play 8-player, it was 4v4?
No, everyone for themselves.
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm saying is, it's not just 3 other friends and 60 randoms. It's just
a
bigger group. And then you can have spectator slots too. So 8 players and like 4 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's you're comparing 2 different things because Fall Guys you can add different games and different like levels, where like this level like the mechanics will change depending on the level. Where in this sounds like you're just gonna fight each other with weapons, unless they add like projectiles next.
The levels are different and the weapons are different.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can fight on a plane, on a submarine that's submerging. So you basically want to swing at them and get to the top of it. So you're the last one alive. Or
and
a dojo. Or like a dojo where it's like a square platform.
Like a
pits
tournament
around it. There's pits around it with like acidic gas. And it's rising. So when you throw them off, you gotta get the fuck out of there quickly or they're slapped.
Oof, and then they die.
And if you're on a plane, I'm guessing it's like climbing because after a certain amount of time, there's like ice buildup, and like the whole plane starts to become like super slippery.
So they add so it's environmental then that you're going up against. So yeah, I guess they can add that way. So you could probably do the same thing with like a volcano erupting or something to get to the top. Okay.
But yeah, I played for like maybe 3 hours. Very enjoyable. I never played Gang Beasts, so this is my first time playing a game like that. I don't know how they compare, but I enjoyed my time with this for a demo.
Oh, well, we'll check it out when it gets out, when it releases then. Or if they have another demo weekend or something.
I'm definitely going to put that on my top 10.
It's not out yet. You can put a demo in your top 10?
If the gameplay is like the demo, then yeah.
To be fair, Anthony, last year Hades was on my top 10 and it was early access. That's basically a demo that's evolving.
It's not. I mean, you can word it like that, but a demo is not the same thing as an early access game.
Sure is. If it's not 1.0, then you're playing a demo.
Okay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can word it how you like. The demo is not. They literally give you a vertical slice of it. Whereas early access, it's
on your top 10 this year.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out last year.
No, I didn't have access to it. That was for people who were doing like Academy Awards and stuff that came out. It was like limited stuff.
Oh. I see.
It came out worldwide in January.
Gotcha.
I gotta play this.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
What animals can you pick?
All right, so I picked an otter. You can be a duck, a crocodile with with shades and a chain.
I'm surprised you didn't pick the cat with the eye patch.
Someone else was using them.
Oh.
And I really
There's a cat with a fucking patch?
Anthony,
he has a vest with an eye patch.
That sounds cool.
A Yakuza cat.
Yeah.
What else they got? Like, dude, can you customize like visuals, or is it just everyone's? That's what they look like. Those characters look like that.
Yeah. So far, only thing you could do is change the colors.
Okay, so it's not like they don't have names. Like it's not like I'm playing as Sam the cat with the eye patch. Like it's just okay. So then if they have like a premium pass or something, they can add more visual cosmetics and stuff. Okay, yeah, this can.
I fucking love otter, so I picked the otter. There's the crocodile with shades on the chain. The Yakuza cat. There's a couple, like 2 dogs. There's a rhino with a martial arts gi on.
I'm waiting for the answer, the right answer here.
There's one that looks like Psyduck. There's like a duck and then side, or is it? I don't know if there's 2 ducks or one that just looks like Psyduck.
I only saw one.
So then it's the one that looks like Psyduck. Then I think I said 2 dogs. A cat that doesn't have an eye patch.
That's okay.
What are you looking for? A gorilla?
There's a dinosaur. No, there's no gorilla.
Get the fuck out. How are you not gonna have the biggest fucking thick boy with the arms that you can just bash someone in the mouth with?
They all fit the same size.
Is a duck considered a wild animal?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about animals,
you
bro.
Keep them as pets, but yeah, I mean, most ducks are wild animals.
I was gonna say maybe it's because it seems like all of them are domestic animals, but I forgot there's the rhino and
a gator.
A gator
with shades and some bling. Yeah. Dang it, man! They get out of like Donkey Kong or something, dude. But as soon as you said really fighting, I'm expecting like a. Go ahead, a derpy what? You got me.
Really derpy dinosaur though. Like this is his face.
You got me.
This is me trying to do his face. He looks like this. He's like.
Yeah, that's like me. That's my main.
This is Party Animals, you said?
Yeah. When this comes out as a demo again, or the game comes out, we gotta try it. That sounds like a fun time.
It is. It's really fun, man.
It's so funny trying to scrap with someone else.
Yeah.
It's funny if you're trying to grab each other, because then somehow it always, like, their role just to, you guys just rotating, trying to grab each other, and then someone just lands a random punch and you're slept. Your body is instantly tense.
So you know what it looks like? It looks like what Bryant said, like drunk people.
Okay.
The movement looks very like drunkish.
Yeah.
But you ever seen kids fight?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Like them just swinging and hopefully one of them connects.
And when it does, it looks like the other person got devastated.
Yes. Because it's not like a fighting game where you get hit and then there's the fallback. It's like hit and then they like hit the ground hard.
All right. I'm sold here.
Too, I gotta try. Like the otter, it just has like those pebble eyes. The second I'm not awake anymore, it's like X's.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So that's probably even funnier in slow motion. So that's probably funnier when it's slow motion because you on impact and their face is probably like emoting that they got knocked the F out. Okay, well I'm sold. I gotta try it.
Yeah,
on paper this sounds great.
On demo, you guys need to let me know so I can join in.
Yeah,
this sounds hilarious.
It's a small download too. It's only like 2 gigs.
I'm sure. Like only a couple maps, maybe a handful of sounds. There's probably sound effects for each of the characters, right?
Yeah.
I was laughing because I couldn't hear the game.
Gotcha. I'm sure it's not that much. All right. Shit. Well, let's go from happy fun time to scared shitless. Brian, tell me about Phasmophobia, which is getting all over the fucking news at this point.
So, friends of mine were interested in playing, and they played the day before yesterday together, and I watched them.
Okay.
They before they played, they told each other like they're really bad with scary things.
Gotcha.
And cut to me watching them, and that is in fact the truth.
But they yell, or they get scared. Oh no.
Okay. I'll come back to the yelling. Like I'll use them as an example, but basically you're ghost hunters. So you go into whatever level you pick, whether it's a high school, like a ranch
house,
or whatever.
Probably.
Like insert place.
Yes. Insert level.
You're in a truck. You have some intel. Oh, some ghosts decided here. Their name is Joseph
Esteban
Martinez. They only interact with you if you're by yourself in a room, etc., etc.
Okay.
The way the game works, it uses your mic to actually talk to the ghosts. So you'll use phrases like "show us a sign" or "where are you." They can't talk back. Some of them don't want to do that. They want to murder you.
As in, is it other players or is this AI?
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was AI. I thought you guys were going up against each other.
So you said that the user talks.
Speaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
To a ghost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool, bro.
You can be like, is Anthony De La Rosa here? You know, and depending on if like lights are on or off, or if you're in your room by yourself or whatever, he may respond.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're piquing my interest.
That's basically the objective. You go to this place, you try to interact with it. There's different objectives. Sometimes you have to take a picture of the ghost. Sometimes you have to. There's items that you spend money on, like in-game money. You level up and do things like that, and you buy
in-game
items
currency
to bring with you. before the mission starts. So you play. Oh, I want to go to the high school. He's like, oh, what do you guys want to bring here, just in case? You get on the truck. It tells you the person's name.
Gun?
No gun.
Damn it!
What
Go
you
ahead.
going to shoot a ghost?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a like a thermometer that looks like a gun.
You need a proton pack. That's what you need.
Yo, can we bring? He's onto something. Is that an option?
No.
Oh.
There's a way to like detect stuff.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of items that you decide to buy them and bring them with you, and then you're told the specifics about the ghost. Not full specifics, but
Janiana says you need iron and salt. Can you get those
rings?
rings?
One of the items. Salt is one of the items.
What the heck does that do?
I don't know. They're about to tell us though, because I need to know this fucking tech just in case we get.
Have you never
Yeah,
watched Hocus Pocus? Come on, man.
What? What'd you say?
I thought that was for vampires that they can't get inside.
No, it's for the dead. It keeps the dead away.
Yeah, the salt. There's also different ghost types. Some ghosts they have strengths and weaknesses. Some ghosts you salt them, they're like, nah, fuck you, and then they're gone.
That's me. What the fuck you throwing salt at me, guy? I'll come back.
You can bring a flashlight. One's actually like really strong. The other one's just like whatever. A temperature reader. A ghost box, which goes through and keeps scanning in frequencies. And when you try to talk to the ghosts, if you have this, you can hear them. If they want to talk to you.
And not kill you.
There's smudge sticks, which are kind of like sage, that you would have to light. And like that also gets
them in the mood. Yeah, gets them in the mood.
Crucifix. If a ghost is trying, this is how it works. We never got it to work correctly. If a ghost is trying to attack you, you're supposed to drop it and then it stops them. We never got it to work.
So it doesn't stop them.
So we don't know how exactly to use it.
You guys are wilding, man.
I like that they're using the text to speech. I love that.
So you want to know the best part? And I would pay good money for this.
This is content. Like give just on a platter for us.
So I would pay good money for this. I would buy this for Randall to wear the VR headset.
Nope.
This is VR?
Yeah,
oh wait, you can't
do this
you can't
VR.
You can I played it. So
okay, my bad. Yeah, you played. I thought you said you watched them. Sorry.
No,
the first time I watched them, then one of them gifted me the game. So then I joined them.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought you watched them on VR. My bad.
Yeah. A buddy of mine played. I'm trying to get him in here to talk about it, but he's like, I don't like this stuff. He's like, that game doesn't exist. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like The Witcher 1. It's not real. But
no, I would play this game. I'm not playing a single fucking horror game in VR.
Why?
I don't need that heart attack. I don't need that. I'm good. I'll play any horror game, no problem. But like, I would not do that.
Audio is a big part of this game. They use it like a very basic way, but it works with this. I explained some of the items you can bring. You go into whatever the venue. You start in the truck. You get out of the truck. You go into the venue. The second you do, ambience. Like, you know how Control when you go into the building for the first time?
Yeah.
That's what you hear.
Sounds desolate. It sounds like there is something there, but you're like, what the hell?
So you get in, and there's a sanity meter. The longer you are in the dark, or with some ghosts, if you look at them, it goes down quicker. The lower your sanity, the more likely you are to get murdered by them. This game also uses...
I'm sorry, one more time. The lower your sanity, like you're going insane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what the meter is here. Got it.
This game also works like a SCP where there's local talk. So I hear you if you're close to me.
It's proximity, yeah.
Proximity and a global through the use of the walkie-talkies.
Gotcha. And does that battery power too?
I don't know. I never ran out. It's you don't pick one up. You just press the walkie-talkie button.
Gotcha. Okay.
This game is multiplayer?
Yeah, they said you played with
people in a group.
There's like a tutorial that you have to do by yourself, and then you can play with people.
You can skip the tutorial apparently, because I was gonna do it and they said no, we'll tell you how to play, so I had to skip that.
Oh no, I was in chat with some friends, And they were trying to get my buddy to play, and he's like, "Man, I don't want to play this." And they were like, "No, you're playing it. I've already bought it for you." And they're like
Fuck.
yelling at him to like do stuff so that he can get out of the tutorial. And then they were like, "Okay, you're gonna earn your brown wings." And he's like, "What the fuck is the brown wings?" He's like, "We're gonna put you in the room by yourself, and you're gonna be the one that like gets killed by yourself first."
Nah, bro. I'm not playing that game in VR. Cobra says that, and Anthony needs to play Alien Isolation in VR. I'm cool on that too.
So yeah,
This sounds pretty cool.
The whole point, you're in there, get the ghost to appear, get some kind of evidence, leave. So calling out its name, they'll give you a name, and you have to keep saying it. You say it to make it angry. Yeah, you say it, the name, to make it angry, so that it shows up. You keep saying this, and then depending on the ghost type, I don't remember the specifics, so that part you'd have to look into. But some ghosts are like, there's a shy type who, if you're in groups, you probably won't get attacked. There's one that moves objects really fast. So, for example, we're in a basement, and we saw a saw on a desk just going.
Nah, I'm not playing this game. No.
So
I'm not playing this game.
To see if it got pissed.
I'm not fucking playing
to see if it got pissed, I walked up and just took the saw. Nothing happened. So I guess he was.
Oh, okay. Or he's probably like taking off your pants slowly.
Some of them are hyper aggressive. They're just looking for a reason to walk into the room with you.
Oh.
Like the first one we saw, it looked like a shadow of a man with an axe. And it just slowly walked up and it killed the guy next to me. When the ghost is close to you.
You want to play this? That's what you want to do?
Randall, this is like a gold mine of content.
When the ghosts are close to you, you can hear heartbeats. Depending on the ghosts, we were in a high school and it was a girl. It got close to us and I started to hear singing. And sometimes if they're really close and they brush past you, from ear to ear you hear a like right there, and you hear it move.
Yeah.
Randall, what
how much money, Randall?
Y'all have fun with that.
How much money, Randall?
You let me know how that goes down.
To pay you to get you to play this game.
There isn't no amount of money.
Randall, you're lying.
No, there isn't.
Randall, this is a gold mine.
Surprisingly, I didn't really get scared. I was more entertained. Like, I was more intrigued by, like, trying to class the ghost. But the people I was playing with, we were in the one I said that was moving the saw. His name was, like, Joseph Martinez. A friend of mine, this is how quickly it escalates. He goes from walking around going, "Joseph Martinez, are you there?" Lights start to flicker. He's like, "Oh, he's close, whatever." Joseph, the second he says that, you see it appear, and that frame it appears, yelling. And you gotta be careful with who you play with, because he's the type of person, the second someone dies, he's already in the truck leaving.
Wait, you can do that? You can leave everybody? Oh my God.
Randall, how much do we have to pay you? I will sell my house. Okay.
No.
Yo, Randall. All right. Check the group out here. All right.
Nope.
It's me.
Okay.
You. Janiana. And Kelsey to fucking yell at random times. So just kill. We're all gonna come out of there with heart attacks.
So
I'm good.
Were you there? Did we ever tell you the story about how I scared the shit out of Janiana and she had to stop playing Resident Evil?
Wasn't that there?
I don't think you were.
He might have been.
Because it was me and Bryant like sitting on the couch, and then you were in the kitchen, and she was over on the side at your mom's old place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I remember Grandma yelling from the room.
Because she probably shot herself too.
She was playing, I think it was Raccoon City.
Yeah.
And she's like going through, and I'm being nice, like, because I like playing the games where you have to like look for things. And so I'm like, you missed stuff. You need to go back over there. There's a thing behind you. You know, this kind of stuff. And she's like, how the fuck you know all this stuff? And I'm like, it's just, where they generally put things. Like, you just learn these things over the years. She starts like walking to a door, and I already know what's gonna happen. Like, I've never played this game. I don't know like anything about this game, but she's like walking towards the door, and she like opens it up, and I just scream bloody murder, just like, you know, as she opens the door, and then like I think a bunch of zombies ended up rushing her. She had to pause the game because she was like, and then like set it down. She's like, I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. I think she was like hyperventilating.
Did I ever tell you how I first met Liza?
Yeah.
Rand, did I tell you this one?
I don't think so.
Okay. So my roommate and I got an apartment in college when I was up in Radford. It was a 3-bedroom apartment, and the way it's set up is it's just a really long apartment, and then like off to the sides are like the bedrooms, the kitchen, and then at the very back is the I guess the master bedroom. And it was like it took up the whole back side. So my roommate, I was like working late. I would work like 10 to 7 or something on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my roommate was like, yo, I'm bringing this girl over. She doesn't like scary movies, but I've managed to convince her to watch Saw with me. And I was like, okay. So I get home, and like we took the two small bedrooms and left the really big bedroom as like the gaming room, so that we didn't have our everything right off the doorway, because people outside are really loud. We just didn't feel like dealing with it. So I get home, the whole place is pitch black because we didn't turn on lights and things if we didn't have to. And I'm like, I guess he's not home. And then I see this light at the end of the hallway with the door shut, and I'm like, oh, he's in the back watching the movie with her. This is gonna be great. So I set my book bag down in my room, walk back into the bedroom, and the way the bedroom's set up is the door swings open like this, and then like over in this corner, so behind the door is like a TV, and then his couch or my couch, I don't remember, his couch like next to the door, and then my chair is like in front of the door. So the door opens up. This is where the couch is, and you can't see anything past the door. I swing open the door and just scream bloody murder as I get into the room. Shut the door, walk out of the house, lock it, and leave. Okay? I went to pick up my brother from the house because he was, Radford's only like 20, 30 minutes away from where we were living in Blacksburg. So I go and I pick him up. They stopped the movie, turned on every light in the house, and spent 30 minutes searching for whatever the fuck just happened. Okay? So then I get at him. We go back to the house. We get in. I tell him what happened. He's dying laughing. We get back to the apartment, and we go back into the bedroom. And this time they have I think they had the light on, or they had a couple lights on. So we get in there, and they're on the second movie, okay? On Saw 2. She's underneath of a blanket. Like, this is all she can see is out of this, because she's like freaked the fuck out by the movie and the fact that there was some entity that has just screamed, bloody fucking murder, and they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So she like turns and sees my brother walk in first, and he sits in my chair. I come in a second or two later and sit down in front of the couch in front of her. There's a part in the movie where this woman sticks her hands up into a glass box, but the thing that goes up are blades, and so that you can't like pull your hands back out. And she sticks her hands up into there, and she's struggling to get them out, and you can see the blood and things coming down. As she's doing that, Liza's foot is like hanging out of the blanket. So I grabbed it and screamed again because she has no idea that I'm there. She tries to run, which doesn't work very well when you're sitting weirdly on a couch and 2, something has your leg.
Yeah.
So she just kind of goes
and fucking eats fucking floor.
My roommate goes, by the way, that's Brian, and that's his brother.
As she
Points to us. And then so we stop the movie, we take a break. Again, we don't use lights, we don't have electricity. The bathroom is on the inside, like it's 2 apartments that are sandwiched together. The bathroom is on the inside, so there's one way in, one way out. There's nothing, there's no windows, there's no light, there's nothing that like there's no safety in there unless you can barricade yourself in the room. So I go into the kitchen, and as I'm walking back to the back room, I hear her washing her hands, and it's pitch black in the apartment. You know when you see, like, you turn off a light as you like see something, and you don't have like enough time to process what it is that you see. There's just the thing that's there. So I hear her like finishing up washing her hands. So I stand there, and I'm this big towering dude because she's only like 5'6". She opens the door and turns off the light, and I'm just like, hello.
Oh my god.
She goes, ah, and then tries to run. Just runs into the door frame.
Oh my
Let's go.
goodness.
And I turn on the light, and I'm like, are you okay? And she's just like, yeah.
She's probably like, I fucking hate you. Jana said, if you do that to me, Anthony, I will swing at you until one of us is dead.
The bloody fucking murder screams, though, are the absolute best. Because
I
I've
think
got
that's your-
Liza and Janyana and Shannon with a bunch of them.
I think that's your ult.
Oh, so Shannon and I were living in the old house, and I love to get up behind her and scare her.
Oh,
That too, but
Randall, you pervert.
This was like in the middle of the day. Okay, she's like at home, and she's upstairs like making the bed, and I had made a bunch of noise coming up the stairs, and I guess she just didn't hear it or chose to ignore it or think it was like the cats or something. So I like walk in the room and then realize that she doesn't know that I'm there. And so she's like on the far side of the room. You remember in Halo when I like would somebody turn their back? Okay.
Yeah,
that was me in real life.
Beeline.
Okay?
Oh shit.
So I literally like fucking gunned it to the back behind her. And I'm just like, like standing over top of her like this, just like mimicking her movements and just kind of following her around. Well, then she goes into the bathroom, or heads towards the bathroom, and the way it's set up is there's like a vanity room and then the bathroom, but in both of them there are mirrors. Okay. And so she like is in the vanity room, and she kind of sees something out of the corner of her eye, and it's just me just kind of like leaning over like this over top of her, and she like turns around, and I'm like, hi. Like,
oh my goodness.
Didn't she just swing at you out of defense?
Yeah, I don't know why women stay with me, I'm gonna be honest. There was another time that so I got her and she got me back, but there's another time she would start closing the door to shower, and it caused the steam to like fog up the mirror and things. And she would be like sitting on the shower floor, because we had like this massive 4x4 shower, 4 foot shower, and she's come home, it's been a long day at work, clearly I have to mess with her. So yes. I like go in, and I open the door, and like the knob itself is kind of loud, like twisting it, because it like
you can hear the creak.
It's not like solid like in the lock, and so when you touch it, it usually wiggles and makes a noise. So I like twist it slowly, open it, and walk in, and then shut the door. And then she's like, Brian?
Yep. Don't say a fucking word. Don't even breathe heavy. You're just like,
shit. So then I like grabbed the curtain and just swung it open.
I'm getting a rush.
She was not happy. Okay, like, and then there's been a couple of other times where I did like the creepy thing where I come in and I just pull the covers or the sheet, the not sheets, the curtain
Blind.
back just enough, so that I'm like this is like all you see.
His
I'm just
eyes.
like sitting there staring at her. I just waiting for her to like notice me, and she'll just be like staring at the floor, and then she'll kind of like turn and she'll see, because like I'm a big dude, I'm gonna cast a shadow on whatever there is if there's light behind me, and she like sees this weird darkness, and she kind of freaks out
because it's just like you're staring into her fucking future self. Janelle says, "Stop giving him ideas." Shoot.
There was another time I hid in the closet while she was in the restroom, and then she thought it was weird that Napalm was upstairs because Napalm only ever follows me around; it doesn't follow her around. And I had made some noise, but then she saw she opened the door and saw Napalm and was like, "Okay, that's weird, but the cats do stuff."
Yep.
And then as she leaves, I just reach my hand out of the dark closet and just stroke her hair.
God.
I'm getting a rush. I can only imagine. That's like the best build-up. We don't hear her yelling, but I'm imagining her yelling.
There was another time she was getting something out of the fridge, and we've switched fridges since then. But the original fridge was the freezer was on top and the fridge was on bottom, right?
Okay.
And she she had opened it up and was looking for something, and I did the thing again where I got up behind her and was just kind of following her around, and then I misstepped. And she bumped into me, and she was like, "What the fuck was that?" and freaked out. And but she got me back. I was in the shower one day, and she did the curtain, pulls back the curtain thing.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, and screams at me. I was in the middle of washing my face or my hair or something.
The
and
worst.
Didn't hear anything. And all of a sudden, just the curtains go. I can't see shit. I could be getting robbed at this point. There'd be no defense whatsoever.
Start stroking in their direction.
The rush again. Did you yell or did you just get a jump scare?
No, I mean she got I don't remember if I yelled or not, but I remember
the jump scare.
Yeah. The best one though, seriously, that whole halo behind the back thing. I got up there, made noise, thought she heard me, and she was like, "No." And I saw her, I was standing in the doorway, watching her, go around to the other side of the bed, and I was just hauled ass, to get behind her, just taking big lunges to not make sound.
And nothing nice.
There. Oh, it was glorious.
You're either the walking embodiment of spy class in TF2, or she's just completely oblivious to her surroundings.
A little bit of both. I mean,
Gotcha.
in real life, if I need to move around and not make noise, I can generally do it. But
it sounds like you can.
It was one of those things that I don't think she heard me come in, and so she wasn't expecting there to be a person, another person in the house. Because usually you hear the door open and close, and you hear the garage or something. And I think I managed to just show up at the right time that she didn't hear the door open. And so I went upstairs looking for her because she wasn't downstairs, and then she was making the bed, and so she's just in her own little world, and
That's crazy.
And then we got married,
Because she's like, I mean, he's gonna scare me to death soon. So what? Holy shit! Yeah, you probably can give someone a heart attack, but hey, whatever. You only live once.
I used to scare the shit out of Adam when we were little, and there was one time I think I was 11 or 12, and he was, 8 or something, and he asked me to go down and get him some milk, and we're living in this house in Charlotte. And so I went downstairs and I got him some milk. And then on the way, when you have those gut feelings where you're like, there's something wrong here. Okay. So I go upstairs and halfway up the stairs, I stop and I'm like, Adam, I have your milk. Do not scare me. Okay. and he doesn't say anything. And I'm like, Adam, do not scare me. I have your milk. and I get to the top of the steps, and he jumps out and scares me, and I throw the milk into my face, and now I have to it's like 1:00 in the morning, and I have to fucking clean up the milk on the carpet because he fucking scared me, threw it into my face.
He should have already had it aimed forward, so if it happened, he just threw it on him.
I should have set it down. I should have put it down.
Oh,
and
that's true.
Walked up the stairs, but
you're like, he's my brother. I told him not to scare me. It'll be fine. No,
yeah, that didn't work.
Shoot, you can say you seized up a bit, huh?
It was bad, but it was hilarious.
Yeah. Randall, you watch a movie called Seize?
So Phasmophobia.
Oh.
It was fun.
Oh snap! What the heck happened? How'd that happen?
Jump scared, and then Kelsey asked you if you remember the time he scared Liza.
Oh,
that's how we got there.
I was wondering why Bryant was sitting there like.
So 10 out of 10 you'd recommend. How much is it anyway?
Like $40.
$15.
That's not bad. And it's only like 3 levels. Is it early access? Or is it out?
Multiple. It's early access. There's multiple levels, but you have to level your account to get more or something like that.
I think
early access and it's $14.
I was in the ones that we did were a high school, like a barn, not a barn, like a ranch, someone's house, multiple houses, I think.
So what happens if you leave in the truck?
You're done with the mission.
And everybody else just gets screwed? Like, what happens to them?
I don't know what happened to them because they usually die.
Oh, so the person who runs away is just the guy who's like, nah, fuck it. Doug and Chan and Tatum died already. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And you all
it makes me think of the black guy Vine that's like, like white people versus black people in scary movies. White people are like, Billy?
Yeah.
Billy, where are you? Black people are like, I'm already gone.
Yeah, I'm already driving. You can see
first of all, we would have never even went.
Yeah, this is like right now, Randall's like, I'm not playing this game. He's not in the truck. He's like, nah, y'all can go.
I'm at home playing video games or doing art or something. Y'all can go if y'all want.
What was I going to say? Damn it.
What was your favorite part about it?
Well, I didn't get scared, so it was everybody else's reaction. There's a clip. Hold on.
So there was no silhouette scenes?
Yeah, he said there was one with the guy with an axe.
They told me that there was supposed to be the thing that I don't like.
Yeah, the silhouette
but
stuff.
they never did it in a way where I walked in the room and it was there.
Oh, okay.
They always so the one that I told you, the girl that sang in the high school,
mm-hmm.
when she got close, your flashlight and all the lights around you would flicker. The more they flickered, the closer she was.
Yeah.
But she didn't ever enter the room, I guess, because she was shy, and we were all there. The door was here. It was like a closet, and we're like, you just flash it, just all staring over there.
I did that bitch to move. We'll see it.
And there's a cameraman, so their whole job is actually look at the ghost and take the picture. So if it's someone like the guy that frame one leaves you, he can't be the cameraman because he sees it
and then all you see is him running to the truck.
Did you talk about the journal?
That's another item. You can leave a journal on the floor, and the ghost can write in it. So there's also a Ouija board.
No. Man.
So
I was waiting for him to say that. I was waiting for him to. Nah, I'm definitely not playing this game. No.
Randall, would you watch this game? Would you watch the game?
Nope.
You can ask them questions, and they'll respond by answering it.
Nah, man.
Board.
Nah, bro. Nah.
There's a clip of the guy breaking, and someone's body. They got murdered. So when it didn't happen to me. I never died, even though I was literally in the corner telling it to murder me. It never did. Let's say the ghost comes to strangle you. The game's first person, and out of nowhere you'll hear like it being closer to you, and then you just see hands on your screen.
What?
What the hell?
While it's choking, you can still talk. So like, oh, I'm getting choked. I'm getting killed.
Uh-huh.
There's a clip. I'm about to send it to you if you want to watch it an hour after, where a friend of ours died. The one that frame one leaves you, he died. And then we look back at the door because then we could see the ghost leaving. We look back at him, and his body's turbo twerking on the ground.
Oh my god.
But the game's fun. It didn't really scare me, but if you're in a group of people like that, so let's say if Kelsey played with like I guess Randall or Jay.
No, man, stop putting me in this, bro. I'm not in this.
He would have the time of his life because maybe he'll get scared, but he can first person. So let's say the ghost comes in and you're not using your walkie-talkie and someone's startled, you can hear them yell and get further from you.
So you can just hear no.
My buddy comes in and says the ghost that you're talking about. He says that motherfucker clicked one time at me, grabbed the guy in front of me, and laughed in my headset.
Okay, so that same guy that made him twerk, we left to regroup. What the hell we're gonna do? We came back in because one of the objectives was to find a dirty sink and take a picture. I don't know why. We're on the kitchen. Starts flickering again. I see him. He appears. He's walking to me. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens if it'll kill me. He kills the guy next to me instead.
Charity stream, Randall playing Phasmophobia. We gotta get some serious dough behind that charity because Randall doesn't even want to look at the screen anymore.
No, man. I already said no means no.
Okay.
I want to get him and Justin, my buddy who's playing, and Janyana and you, Anthony, and then me.
Yes.
Bryant and I need to be in there for the comic relief and the fact that we're going to scare the shit out of everybody else.
Post this when you're trying to watch it. Post this in there minus the slashes so you can watch it with audio.
Okay.
I put in some clue, but it's fun. If you have people that get scared, it's even more fun. The best way I can say it is it shows you what your friend's true colors are. And I say that because you either have someone that'll leave you, or in my case, someone would close the door in front of you.
My buddy says, I've never shook so scared staring at a digital pixelated wall without wanting to turn around. I can just imagine, Bryant, we got to get Ryvan to play this. Oh my God.
He's not going to survive.
He won't. But I can just imagine, you're up against a wall like this, and you could just hear the behind you, and you're just like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. You turn around and there's just this face.
That's it. Fucking headset off into the garbage.
It was like the ranch one. We're on a bathroom because the temperature, if it gets really cold, the colder you get the temperature, the more active they are in that area. So if you get to freezing, they're in there. So we did it to the bathroom. All of us were in a bathroom. We're like, oh, we feel it. Where is it? I look over. One frame, the wall was empty. Another frame, it appeared, looked at me, left. And I was like,
what the hell?
And then we're like, yo, it's over. At the friend that always calls her name and then yells, he's yelling. So we start looking that way. We're like, oh, I guess it's not coming back. We turn to the right, it appears, starts walking into the middle of the room, disappears. So what the fuck is going on? So now there's three of us, one with the camera, three of us with the flashlight. So I was like, someone look at the left, someone look at the right. I'll look at the door just in case it comes in. I start flickering. The door's closed, you see this. I'm like, oh shit, it's there. Then it stopped and then fully open appears again. And it's just yelling. People try to take the picture or just Or just me trying to guide them to take the picture. It's right there.
This sounds like
God,
chaos.
I would cut off my left arm to watch Randall play this.
You can also hear them when they're walking. So, like, if there's 2 stories, if
Yeah.
you're on the first floor, you can hear
hear
footsteps
both.
above you.
Okay.
You can also, let's say they're in a lit room, and the door's closed. You can see them moving.
Oh snap! That's dope. This definitely has my interest. The whole speech to text thing. I like that a lot. It's a good idea. With all the proximity voice and stuff, that's all. Okay. On paper, this sounds really good.
Yeah, it was fun.
I know not to take caffeine before playing. Because I won't need it. My heart rate will be at 170.
A friend of mine got stuck not knowing what to do in the tutorial. This is before I played. And so I'm just
Mhm.
hearing him. And he didn't know how to get out. And he's really bad at the horror stuff. So you hear him, like, getting more and more upset.
Oh, shit. So you're like, man, what the fuck?
He's like,
I think Randall's like crying, secretly crying in the corner right now. Like, I don't want to play this. I want to stop talking about it. Please, can we move on to something else?
Yeah, can we move on to something else, please?
Well, I mean, if Brian's done talking about it, it's up to him. I mean, he's still explaining the game, so.
So that final wrap up, if you have a group of friends that you actually know, if they're scaredy cats and you're not, or if you just like that kind of supernatural things, I recommend it. Someone is bound to have a good time. Most people won't because they're shitting themselves, but someone is bound to have a good time.
Randall's gonna be at the truck. He won't leave the truck. He'll be like, yo, let me know how it goes. I'll be the lookout.
I would not be there, man.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm like, yo, Randall, let's go watch that new fucking Street Fighter movie. No problem. And we stop at this fucking haunted house. Like,
That's the point. We wouldn't stop. I see house. I'm like, nah, that don't look good. Let's keep going.
The last detail, and then on to here.
okay.
You know the one that I said where they looked at me and killed the guy next to me?
Okay.
So we're like, you know what? 2 people died? Fuck it, let's leave. They can lock doors. We couldn't get out.
Oh.
Every now and then it'll let you like unlock. I'm like, oh, no, I'm out. But sometimes,
Uh-huh. Like, do they lock it with them in the room with you?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, if Randall would play this game, it would become his favorite game of the year. Hey, talk about it, Cobra. He said it gets better if you're drunk. All right, well, we'll move on.
Shira says it wakes up a level of fear dopamine you didn't know you had.
I believe it because you guys talking about it and the shit that you can do. I'm like, that's really good.
I want to buy. I almost want to buy a VR headset just to play this game.
Nah, I'm good on that, bro. Nope. I'll play this game normally, like with my computer's here. I got my mouse and keyboard. I know there's a separation here. With VR, I'm gonna be like, I'm in it. Randall, shoot me. Like, get me out of here.
No, I think I need to come down with a VR headset and play this with you guys.
Holy shit. Nah, bro. Oh my. Because I've seen people play Resident Evil 7 or like a demo for VR, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Thanks. Completely good. I think it's Hell's Kitchen. It's like a VR demo where you're tied to a chair. And then someone comes up to you and starts talking to you, and they like fucks around with a knife and then like stabs you and like it does some weird shit. And like sort of tortures you, and you can't do anything because you have the VR headset on and you're tied up. Metaphorically tied up, like in the game. So and you can make it realistic, just tie yourself, but charity stream Anthony and Randall play Phasmophobia with a VR headset. I have no problem playing this game without VR. Again, there's this level of separation where I'm like, I'm not in this game. We're here for laughs. Once I put that VR headset and I forget that and I start doing this and I'm like, Mom, and like, you know, I'm like, get me out of here. I'm like, Brian, Glock to the nose right now. What is it, like that chick who got killed in Detroit Become Human? I need y'all to do that to me. Yeah.
North.
Just North, dude. Nah, the VR stuff, that's for horror games, and I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need that level of fucking fright. All right. Now that my seizing
I just
transition didn't work. Randall.
real quick. Sorry, my buddy Shirish says I will literally loan me the Quest just to watch that shit. His Quest headset.
I'm sure it's hilarious to watch. Which again, I watch that no problem. Playing with the VR headset? No, thank you. Pass it along. Randall, do it.
No, I won't.
Oh, you would? Oh,
okay.
But what you did do, Randall, is watch Seized.
I don't remember what that is.
Oh my god! So it's trash then.
He scared his memory away.
Oh, that's also true. The thought of this game has just shuffled his entire memory.
Seized.
It'll be your best experience of the year, Anthony. Can't pass on that. I'm sure it's a great experience without the VR.
Yeah, but you don't get the true experience without.
Look, I'm gonna shit myself regardless. Except with VR, I'm gonna want to die. So, like, I'm good with that. Especially if you can lock doors. Can the other players lock the door?
Not that I'm aware of, but they can't close it in front of you and giggle.
Okay, see, like, I can't have that. Like, we ain't friends after that.
Can they hold it closed?
That I'm not sure of. But the thing that makes closing a door in front of you annoying is it's not like you walk up, press E, it opens. You have to click on it and actually push it yourself.
It's like Outlast.
Yeah.
So that's what's annoying, because you're spending time there and then it could murder you if it's just like, yo.
Yeah, that's that. I don't need that. I don't need that VR. Like me going fucking insane trying to get out of a room, and all I hear is Kelsey laughing from the other side of the door as he fucking closes it. I will fight him.
Anyway, you can't figure out how the fucking lock works.
I will fight him. At that point, I'm like, load it up again, but this time I'm just gonna stab him with salt or whatever the hell I have on me.
Skyrush says, side note, there's apparently it's only one dev that built this game or is running the game. Is accepting testers on the main Discord right now for new levels.
Oh, that's good. There you go. Randall, I heard you wanted to be a tester, so like, this sounds like a AAA project. So
he's gonna make a church with no ghosts in it. You just go there for refuge.
Okay.
All right. So Seized.
Do you really not remember what Seized is?
I think that's the movie with Scott Adkins.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's an alright movie. It's not all of that. I don't know if it's because it's COVID and like maybe they're just making B movies, but these movies that are coming out, man, they're kind of lackluster. I'm not too enthusiastic about it. It's just a movie about some guy who had military background. He got out of the game. His wife died. He's now forced to raise not forced, but because he loves his son, but he has to raise his son. And what?
Nothing. You got it.
And some people kidnap his son and basically like force him to do some jobs. And at the end of the job, he's supposed to get his son back. And that's what the movie's about.
I think the last two movies you mentioned on this spot, like 2 weeks back to back, started off with he was a military.
Because that's a cliche thing, man.
I think the Doorman was one of them.
Ideas are like,
and then the other one was the one with not Tony Jaa, that the dude you say you vouch for, Michael Jai White, and I think both of those were like, oh, they were ex-military or something.
Yeah, that's the cliche thing, like bad guy messes with guy, doesn't know what his background is, so they underestimate him,
and then they go to town for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the easiest way to set up
an action movie.
Why he can roundhouse.
Yeah.
If you say military, you expect training. If you say a kindergarten cop, you're like, oh wait, how does he know how to fucking tiger knee?
Yeah. Well, he also loved to play Street Fighter on the free time with his son, who has leukemia, and then he died. See, I added drama into that. It's pretty good, right?
This summer,
cry your heart out, and then die of a heart attack in Phasmophobia.
So yeah. God. Would I recommend this movie? Not really.
That's a nah. Yeah, if we start off with I don't remember this, then that sounds like we
I haven't watched the movie in a long time that I'm like, wow. It's been a long time, man.
Okay, well I got two here that I can recommend you watch. Let's start with Little Women. I'm late to the party. This came out last year, but it was in my watch list. Little Women stars Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson.
Who'd you say?
Saoirse Ronan, Irish girl.
I think that's how you say her name. Isn't it Saoirse or something like that?
Saoirse. I'm sorry. I apologize if she's listening to this. Like a lot of celebrities are.
Just call me. She said she's pissed.
Shit. I apologize, but I'm bad with the pronunciation. She's in this. Emma Watson. Emma Watson. You got it right. Said I got it right. The hell. I'm pretty sure. Okay, now we started with 100% accuracy, and then she backed up to about 90. Sorry, Emma Watson. That's the actress' name from Harry Potter, I think. The chick who's playing Scarlet Witch's sister, who was in Fighting with My Family or whatever it is, the Page movie, and also Midsommar. So to confirm with Jenny, I think she asked if she was in Midsommar. She is. And then the last girl, I've seen her before. She's in The Devil All the Time. The one I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. The one with Tom Holland in it.
I just don't know the girl you're talking about.
Dang it. I forgot her name, and I'm sorry. Anyway, they're all sisters. And there's basically a story of their lives and how they were living through being poor and each of them having their own aspirations.
What's the time period?
Ooh, damn, you hit me with some fucking... What was the time period?
I just want to know if it's like modern or if it's like...
It's older. It's not modern times.
Medieval?
No.
It's Civil War.
Yes, Civil War.
Okay.
I think that is correct. If I'm not mistaken.
Aftermath of the Civil War.
So like...
Aftermath of Civil War. Got it.
Victorian? Period?
Is that Victorian period after Civil War here in the States?
Victorian is before it's
Yeah,
Civil War.
that's
June 20th, 1837 to January 22nd, 1901 is the Victorian era.
1868. Okay. Enough. It's old, Randall, but it's not like medieval old, you know? Like they got houses, they got a lot of land. Like we have, us as a humanity haven't shat the bed on this planet yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still beautiful on the outside. Everyone who has a house has like a fucking mile of fucking grass, like that era. Anyway, but it's their stories. Each of them have their own like aspirations in life, and their and you get to see all of them, what happens to them as they grow up, from when they were younger to when they're, I guess, young adults. For the most part, I don't think it really shows when they were fully adults, but their arcs and the people they know and like the relationship with their family and etc. I don't know. I thought it was a really good movie. I like the performances from the actresses. The writing I thought was good and clever. There's some funny things said between sisters and shit said between girl and boy when they're like flirting / just being fucking, cheeky. Shot was beautifully shot. Very cool scenes that was showing off Earth before we destroyed it with a bunch of fields and vibrant colors.
Showing off the Earth.
The Earth, bro. Before now that y'all fucked it up. Fuckers. This is way before anything had ×4 drop performance. We were like at 0.2 at this point.
Oh.
So, anywho, yeah, I liked it. The pacing was a bit weird because it jumps between modern time and like their past to fill in like the relationship between the sisters and love affairs and stuff like that. So it's like at first you'll be modern time, and then it'll switch back to the back end when there's like more backstory and stuff. Then quickly swap to like they don't let you know. Oh, now in modern time, it's just you have to like pick up on things like, oh, that's modern time now because something happened to them, like hair gets cut off or something. So oh, okay. They digitally enhanced her eyes. Okay, so like, I'm not saying people get defensive here. So Saoirse Ronan has pretty blue eyes, right? And there's shots on here that they look very vibrant. And as soon as I said that, Janine was like, they're just digitally enhanced. And in my head, I'm like, there's no need to get defensive. I'm just saying they're blue eyes. They look great right in that shot. And that's it. And as soon as I said, oh, look at her eyes.
Wait, but did she have like Alexandria Daddario eyes?
She has her own flavor of that. Like Alexandria Daddario has like... Yeah, I like. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? What did you say?
I said no, she's actually human.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, he agrees with me. Like she doesn't look human. Man.
Because Alexandra Daddario has like big blue eyes. She
It's
has
her
like
whole forehead.
yeah, but so
I mean, like her eyes, she looks vampiric.
no, for me it's because she can open her eyes really open, like wide. That's why I'm like, oh shit.
If they were that big and they were like brown, no issue.
Oh her own flavor. Yes, it's her own flavor. Like it's not like she has blue eyes, but it's not like, oh, you're not questioning if she's alive or an android or something. Like it's natural.
No, I'm just saying the Dario looks like she's not. She looked like she's a vampire. Like she hasn't aged.
Oh no,
She
it's
looked
not like
like-
that. It's not like that.
She can
looks
kill you.
like, she looks like she landed from a different planet and did her best to fit in, but that's the one thing she couldn't change.
Sorry, my eyes are flavorless brown. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, you don't like the way she looks, Bryant?
She's pretty, but that's not human.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, how do we get on this? Oh, the
No,
final.
I
Color
think
Hazel
she-
Green if you want
I-
something to stare into.
I think she's really beautiful.
I don't want to get lost.
Oh, shit.
I'm just
Fucking
gonna
got it.
pretend like I didn't hear that.
You're gonna feel it later.
Flavoring
So like
Kelsey's
the
eyes.
eyes are just regular, regular blue eyes, digitally enhanced. Kelsey, give me your eyes. Okay. I know I loved it. Like it was a great story about all the daughters and their whole arcs and their aspirations and what life can throw at you and how your aspirations change depending on your situation. Really well acted. Dialogue's great. Shot great. Great things to ponder about in terms of like aspirations and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I haven't seen any movies. I recommend Little Women. Apparently, it's been remade multiple times. Like, I guess it's like an old book.
Yeah.
So I'd never seen any of the other films or read the book. So this is like my first
I think there
exposure
was
to
one
it.
like 15 years ago with was it Anne Hathaway?
Yes,
There's
low.
been
Okay,
several
yeah.
adaptions.
I've only seen this, and I haven't read the book. So, but watching this, I thought it was great for first timers, I guess. And it's like a bunch of like actresses I've seen like pretty much grow
Right.
up.
Yeah, it was Winona Ryder that was in the one in '94,
Oh, okay.
and then I think there's one that's like early.
I guess it's
yeah,
a book. He says,
1949.
yeah.
It's so weird looking at like child actresses or a child actor like ages now. Emma Watson's 30.
Yeah.
Since when?
Brian, you know how old Harry Potter is?
Yeah, but like
Like
if you see
18 years
them-
ago.
When you see them, when you see them grow up, I know it's weird. Like who told
Okay.
you can grow up?
Have you still not looked up the
No,
girl from-
Brian, we have not Brian Randall. We have not looked up Sue Young. I knew it. I was waiting for as soon as Brian said, like watching young kids grow up. I'm like, when is he gonna mention Sue Young? And I was waiting
You
for it.
need to look it up, man.
You remind me after we end the stream so I can remember. I keep forgetting.
No, watch the clip.
And I got to watch the clip. I got two clips from you. One from Kelsey about the guy selling the $2,000 bag, and then the clip of I'm assuming Phasmophobia, and then now this. Yeah. Again, I highly recommend it. I had a great time watching it. I enjoyed watching their stories unfold. I guess would be the cheesy line to throw in here, and their performances were great.
Who's your favorite
Uh,
Little Woman.
Saoirse Ronan. Because her arc was more like, I don't need no goddamn man. I'm smart. I'm here to do things in life and stuff like that. So she was like, I'm trying to be a strong, independent woman. So it's like that. And then she had a crazy like monologue with her mother. And I'm like, oh shit. That kind of hits. Okay. All right, on to the King of Staten Island, Randall. So once you watch Little Woman and you're like, that's, I don't know, it's kind of too slow there.
That came out
Not a lot of
last year,
ha-has.
apparently.
King of Staten Island?
Little Woman. This is 2019.
That's how I
Did you say it came
started.
out this year.
No, I said I'm catching up because this movie came out last year.
I thought you said just now to Randall that if you look for something came out this year or something.
Oh,
I might-
maybe I said that, but I mentioned that he mentioned there's not a lot of movies to watch this year because he said he's been watching Seized and like the 3 ex-military movies that he watched back to back. So I'm like, this is a change of pace, but it depends.
I see Tenet.
You can. Why don't you go to the drive-in?
There's a drive-in?
Yeah, people. That drive-in business has been skyrocketing. Them Tenets on there, like people just drive up and watch the movie that way. I don't know if there's one near us, but like, business is booming for the drive-in theaters. You can rent the movie theater too. That's also true with Epic. I think it was. You can rent the whole theater so that way, like you and your friends can go watch it.
Really?
Yeah, for $150. So if you split that with like a bunch of people, that's not that bad. But
they even let you drive your Bugatti in.
No, Brian, not at the theater. The regular theater, not the drive-in theater.
No, the regular theater.
Oh, okay. Bring 20 peeps. Yeah, that'd be pretty cheap. What was I talking about? King of Staten Island. Sorry. Movie by Judd Apatow, which I think is a comedian, and he has a bunch of comedian friends in it. Bill Burr's in this. Pete Davidson is in this. SNL guy. The SNL guys are in it. What's her name? Spider-Man's mom. Marissa Tomei is in.
It's her aunt.
Sorry.
Fucking sock you in the lip. You say that again.
I'm so sorry. Marissa Tomei is in here. I don't know if anybody else besides Bill Burr. Steve Buscemi's in there. He plays like the head. I think he's the chief of the fire department.
The lady from Louis.
The lady from Louis? Yes, she's in here too.
Action Bronson.
That's who that was. I'm like, he looks like someone. I'm like, is that a rapper?
Speaking of gorgeous eyes, his eyes are fucking beautiful.
I have not seen. I didn't notice it when I was watching the movie because spoilers, he was bleeding. So like, I was looking at his wound.
Eyes.
Okay. How long do they let you rent it? Like one movie or something? I don't know. Janiana, if she's still in the chat, she can answer that. I think it's just one movie. Anywho, it's the story of Pete Davidson, who is the son of a firefighter who passed away at a young age. He was like 6 years old. And he kind of grew up to like with, I'm assuming, what is depression, like mental health, like emotional like reactions to things. Excuse me. And then it feels, once you get that, it starts off with him like pretending to like go into oncoming traffic and dying. And then from there, it's just dark humor until he has his arc on, because he doesn't really respect the firemen because it's like he blames his dad for like, hell, why were you a fireman when you know you have a family at home? Like you putting yourself at a huge risk. But then he kind of comes to terms with that, and you'll have that arc, whatever. And then there's like a bunch of jokes in between, dark humor, with great chemistry with everyone. Bill Burr's in here. If you like Bill Burr, he is firing on all cylinders here. Like the chemistry between him and Pete Davidson is fantastic. Because he kind of plays like the stepdad that's trying to get into the family. And Pete Davidson's not having it. So they always have like shit to talk about and go back and forth on. So
yeah. He tells exactly how it is. And he does it in a way that's like serious and funny all at the same time.
He has a lot of that in this movie. So like it's a bit, again, Randall, so if you want some dark humor, I recommend this. I had to say it, Brian, so like there's no avoiding you dancing, you know? Oh, he sees me.
Is it getting dark in here?
Yeah. Now he's just forcing it. Janana really wants to go watch Harry Potter at the theater.
I think what Janana really wants to do is play Phasmophobia in VR while I'm sitting in the room.
I'm sure she would have to like pray to any god that she believes in.
Bahamut.
Anyway. But that's it. There's not much to talk about the King of Staten Island. I don't want to ruin a bunch of like.
Did you like it?
Heartfelt. I did actually. It had a good blend of like.
More or less than Little Women.
That's a tough one. I guess you're asking me if you had to go watch one of these, which one to watch? Little Women. But like mostly because Little Women had more heart in it, where King of Staten Island had more comedy because it's a comedy. So it's like a dark comedy one, so it has more of that. And there is some heartfelt and emotional parts in the King of Staten Island. Like it's like, oh, it hits, but it's like not the other thing.
So now another question. Kind of the same question I just asked you, but flipped a little bit. You have to recommend one movie that you think I will like. If I don't like it, I shoot you. Which movie would you pick?
God, oh.
Out of these two?
Out of these two.
So whatever answer you pick, you have to guarantee that he's gonna like it.
But what does that mean? Like, if you don't like a little bit of it, I'm getting shot, or do you just think it's atrocious? So you're gonna like you come back next week and be like, "Yo, this movie was fucking hot trash." Like that. That's the reaction you're talking about.
If I was you, I wouldn't even take that deal.
No, either one. There's no way he comes back from either of these movies and goes, "This was hot trash."
You're talking about Bryant.
Yes, I know. And okay, there's either one of those. He's not gonna come back and say it's hot trash. He's not gonna come back and think it's most dangerous game. Like he's not gonna. None of these are that. So.
All right. So which one out of the two the most?
I personally like Little Women the most out of those two, but that's because I like drama. I like drama, so like drama films. So like, and these girls did fantastic performances. So like, I don't. It depends. It depends on your mood. If you're not into that pacing and like Little Women has funny parts, but it's kind of like sad and.
The first movie that comes to mind that makes you think, "Yo, Brian should watch this." Between those two, 3 seconds on the clock, go.
It'll be Staten Island because there's funny parts in it that I know you would laugh at.
Okay.
So like, but I don't see you watching either of those and coming back and be like, it was hot trash. Like they're both fine films, and like Little Women, I just like more.
See, you like to live on the edge, man.
I mean, where else is there to live? The world's flat.
Live on the edge.
You got me. You got me.
I got you a clip also of.
Okay, we're at 3:10 here, so I think I'm done on mine. Kelsey, you got some Final Fantasy 7 shit, and then we out of here. Unless I missed somebody.
Like, some funny stories with stuff.
Gotcha. What is I want to pick what is Hydro Thunder? That sounds like a fucking film.
So Hydro Thunder is an old game that you could play on the PlayStation, and they also had in like arcades and things. And it's like a boat racing game, right? You have the like high speed boats that you would race different levels and things.
I think I've seen the arcade cabinets. I've seen those arcade cabinets.
You actually sit down at the thing and you can steer and whatever. Okay. So the reason I have that in there is because like I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 again, and I'm like I already know the game, I already know how it all works, but I don't know like every little intricacy of it. So I followed a guide so that I could make sure to get like as much as I could and see if there were things that I was like missing. Turns out there are. There's like a lot of things that make shit 1,000 times easier. Like certain bosses doing certain combinations, they have this thing called an enemy skill materia, where when you get hit by an enemy skill, you learn that skill, and then you can use it, against other things. And there's like some really powerful ones that you get basically at the very beginning, and then you can use to clear all sorts of shit. Because I usually don't do. I like being the physical person. I like being like just slashing things, and you get a lot of materia that helps with that later in the game. And so I was never one to really use like a ton of magic, but I started to like, well, let's see how it works, this time. So learning new stuff while playing this game. The reason Hydro Thunder's in there, Adam and I played that for years. I mean, we love that game. Like if they made a remake of that game or something, we would probably buy it and play it constantly. Let's see. Trying to think of like how to explain this. So we would play it, and we figured out like all the shortcuts, how to get to certain areas, and getting like they have like these boosters where like you there's like a blue and a red one. The blue one, and what they do is they just increase the time that you can actually use your nitro boost. Blue is like 2 seconds, and red I think is like 4 or 8 seconds or something like that. And they're like all over the map. Most of them are at like ground level, right? But then there's some that are like up top. You go off a ramp or something, you hit it. Adam and I figured out how to get all the ones that weren't like super obvious on how to get just by playing the game a ton, right? We managed to generally come in first in every race after a while. really like figured out how the game worked, got it done. Years later, when I was going through, when he was living with me, we were going through the PlayStation stuff because I still have my original PlayStation discs and
the Prima
PlayStation
guides.
2, right? And the Prima guides, yeah. But we found the Hydro Thunder thing. We decided to pop it back in. Well, the original PlayStation stuff usually came with like like a little insert that had the art for the game on it.
Okay.
And it was generally like a little guidebook. Like it told you like how to play the game or what it's about, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So we decided to read through it. Okay. Now, granted, we've been playing this game for years. Okay. We're reading through it, and Adam goes, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like, "What? Did you know that you could jump in this game?" We figured out how to get all those little floating fucks up at the top, and all of the other like I don't think you understand how much easier so many of the like end levels would be if we knew you could jump instead of like having to crash into a wall, cause it to like flip all sorts of fucked up directions, land, and then skid across stuff, when we could have just jumped and started skidding across stuff.
You had speedrunning tech without even knowing.
Kelsey, did you know that you can rewind time and save your characters in Fire Emblem?
Like stupid shit where like
I didn't do that.
They told you that one in the game that you could do this. They didn't do that kind of shit in the older games because it was just go play. It was never like they didn't hold your hand with like all their, there was only limited things that you could do. And so this one was
to read the manual.
Yeah, you have to read the manual.
Yeah, but didn't
I missed that. I'm sorry, I do, man. I like that. I like opening up the box and then the manual.
I love games that are just like Crash Bandicoot. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You just go and you start pressing buttons to see what the fuck happens, And then
reading the manual, Randall. Here's one valid reason for those instruction manuals. Is leaving Toys R Us and on the drive home, you look through the instruction manual. Because you're so hype about playing that game. Once you get home, fuck that instruction manual. It's time to hit some fucking buttons. You know what I'm saying? What are you laughing?
I mean, it's true. I used to do that all the time, like buy a game at the mall, and on the ride home from the mall, that's what I was doing, looking at the menu. By the time I got home, I knew how to play the game.
That's all it was for, bro. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Adam and I managed to figure out how to get all the things that are in the air by like crashing into things at certain spots. All
nerds,
sorts of
by
stuff.
The way.
To get all these boosts so that we could have an extra advantage. And then, 10 years later, we found out that you could jump in the game as long as you have a little bit of boost. Because when you get boost, you have these things that like on the that show that you have boost on your vehicle, right, or on your boat. Like it's an obvious difference. And then when you run out, it like closes in and the turbo goes away. But then if you grab another balloon, you get the boost back and it pops back up.
Gotcha.
As long as you have some, you can like press R1 and square, and the thing will go like this.
I would have torn that instruction manual out of frustration. What the fuck?
We went back and we played the game again, like went through it. We just scorched by everybody. Okay, like we were usually first place in the first, because it was like four race sections, and like the way it worked is if you won, or if you got like top 3, you got money, and then you could use that money to do another race. And obviously getting first means it makes it easier to like do progressively more races because you got more money. And the more you raced, and when you got into the higher levels, it cost more money to actually do the next race. And
right.
So most of the time you either like couldn't race because you couldn't afford it, or you lost and you just didn't have any money left. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. You just don't have any money left to afford the next race.
Right.
So in the first like the first 3 sections, it's like 3 maps, and then the 4th section is 4 maps. And they're like, that's when they like turn shit up. You know, the guy that's in front, you like never see, you know, until the very end of the race. Like you get to the very end of the track and you finally catch up to him, type thing. And we would always struggle in that last section because the races were super long. The boats were so far ahead of us that we just couldn't, you know, get up to them. And so we did everything we could to try and get the fucking balloons so that we could go and
turbo past them or catch up.
Fucking schooled them when we found out there was a goddamn jump button. Are you serious? So pissed.
The level of frustration, I would have been like, "Who am I? Am I dumb?" I would be like, "What?"
Dude, that's like we do that about a lot of games where we're like, you know, we'll be like doing something and then someone like Final Fantasy VII. Okay, there's all these like mini games in Final Fantasy VII. One of them is Phoenix Tower. Okay, and it's like you place these little units and they all have like strengths and weaknesses, do different things, and then you know Shinra, which is the main corporation that's the bad guy, is like sending units against you, and you have to like place a bunch of them, but you use like your money throughout the whole thing. So if you don't have enough money, you can't buy units, and then you know Shinra takes over. Turns out you can do the whole thing in like 7 seconds. Okay, you literally so they have the way it works is it's like this just this tall map, right? And they're halfway down, you can place a unit, and then there's like this barrier this like placement barrier that won't allow you to go below it, right? Well, you place a unit there, and then when you start the match, you can scroll back down to your unit, and the barrier moves according to where your person is. Okay. So you can either choose to place like all of your little units up above that line, and then hope to God that you know you can place more units during the thing, but you can generally what I did was just placed a bunch of units and then tried to kill the things as they got up there. Turns out what you can do is when you place the unit and you start it, the barrier moves down because you know you can walk down the rest of the map. Well, if you place another unit, now that the barrier's moved down, it moves down again. So now you just keep doing this until you get to the bottom of the map. So you just place a bunch of really cheap workers, and then when you get to the bottom, there's usually 2 units that are coming up from the enemy. Okay, so you place down what the closest that you can, whatever units are really strong against those enemies, and then kill them. And the game registers a win when there are no more enemy units on the field. So if you kill them instantly, the mini game is done and you've won. I spent I don't know how many tens of thousands of fucking gil on this fucking game to find out that I could, you know, literally finish it in 4 seconds instead of taking like 30 minutes because the game like is really slow with the way the movement and things worked for it. There was a lot of anger these last couple of, you know, days playing this game. Like, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
I mean, that might have been found out through speedruns as well. Like,
I mean, the guide was posted back in 2001 or something. Like people have known about this. Like it's not like this is an unknown thing. It's just I would follow the guide. I had the Prima guide, so I would look at the Prima guide because at the time that was where you would look at things.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I know what you mean. That had like
and then you get the when internet became a thing and people were like, we're going to use this at all times now. You can sit here. I can sit here on my computer and play the game, and then look over here on my fucking other screen and read another guide that somebody has like spent days, years,
however long writing it.
Yeah, and then like getting new information from somebody else or seeing a video posted where somebody was like, oh, by the way, you can do this, that's just like a hardcore fan. And then they update their guide and then you go, yeah, you remember that one boss that you had a lot of trouble with? Turns out you can just cast revive on it and it kills it instantly. Well, okay, so there's another one. So one of the enemy skills is
Hold
called.
on, no. Hold on, wait. Don't just fucking blow past that.
I'm assuming it's a zombie.
It's some sort of undead.
Okay,
So they do that in
and
7, 8, and I think 9. So in
if you
7,
cast revive, it dies.
yeah, you can like throw a phoenix down at it, which is the bring back to life item. So it's in the it's G cave. I think it's GI cave. There's this thing that's at the very end, and it's just an undead ghost warrior thing, and you can literally toss a phoenix down at it, and then it's over. And that's
But
it.
wouldn't
Done.
that bring it back to life and you fight it?
No, because it's
No,
considered
because
a
it's
big
undead.
heal. Yeah. So undead in a lot of these games, healing it does damage, but doing like undead attacks would heal it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
I think
backwards.
okay.
So if you do like, if you were, I'm trying to think of what would be a good example of like an undead attack. So like the only thing I can think of is in Pathfinder. One of your characters is an immortal undead, and if you heal her, she gets hurt, but she has like death attacks that do like dark damage or something, and that's what heals her.
Oh, okay. But that doesn't make any sense. I would just revive them.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
So then there's this other thing. There's two other attacks. One's called level 4 suicide, and one's called level 5 suicide. And so if you're of level 4 or level 5 and you get hit by this, it does 98% of your health. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of when I used this. So there was this like one boss that was like somewhat difficult, and I remember struggling against it every time I played, unless I went and like grinded out stuff. Turns out it's of level 4. It was like level 32 or 36 or something. Fucking popped the suicide on it. It went from like 9,000 health, because I'm only doing like 300 or 400 damage at this point. 9,000 health to like 400, and then I attacked it again and it died. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? and then it was the same thing with there's this other attack called laser that you can learn, and there's this I don't really know how to describe this character. He's like a mermaid on it that hangs on a chain from the ceiling, and his bottom half is a giant, you know those blades that sit here and do this?
Yeah.
Like that is his lower half. Okay.
And that's attached to the chain that's hanging.
No, it's him as a person is like, if you pictured a mermaid, but the lower half, instead of it being fins,
It's just
the
okay.
the blade. Okay. And then he's physically holding to the chain.
Got it.
He doesn't do like a terrible amount of damage, but he's just annoying because he has a lot of health. Well, there's this, you can get this skill called laser that literally just one-shots him. I didn't know that because I don't use the skills. I just literally just brain dead barbarian, like, I'm just gonna hack this thing until it's dead.
I'm right there with you. Right there with you.
Yeah. So like reading through all this, I'm like, I feel like Adam and I have talked about this kind of stuff where like when we learned about the like Hydro Thunder thing, we just looked at each other, was like, Adam, are we stupid? I feel like we're really stupid. Like, same thing with like any other game that we do. We're just like, we find what we've been playing for years, like Path of Exile. There's been a ton of stuff that we've like learned over the years where we're just like, are we just bad at this game? I think we're just really bad at this game. Like, even though we know a ton about it, there's just so many other things that you're like, well, that would have been nice to know, 8 years ago when I started playing. And
I say that to myself every time I play any game. I'm really bad at this game.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking eyes just closing shut. All right.
But yeah, the Hydro Thunder thing has got me the worst.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Daniela says, Brian, this happened to me with Paper Mario.
I haven't played it since that last week we played that game.
Motherfucker, dude. I'm gonna get that fly. Anthony is great at log pile quests and Horizon Zero Dawn. Stop mentioning that trash quest. I fucking hate it.
I need to get that game and play it.
Don't bother. There's gonna be a challenge thing where it's like, oh, hit these fucking certain enemies with these log piles, and you have to fucking like time it, and hopefully the physics turns out, and they don't just walk away from where they're gonna get hit, and you have to redo the shit. Don't bother. Just move along. As soon as you see, kill him with log piles, exit the fuck out of that mission and go somewhere else. And Kelsey, don't fucking send me a clip of you doing it in one try. Don't fucking bother. Lose my fucking number. What?
I did in one try. I got the achievement for getting every single one of the things done in gold. I mean, I'm a bad bitch. I know what your issue is, Anthony.
These two want to fight me, and he's still on Amazon refreshing the PS5 page.
Because Kelsey sent me pictures of Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Oh, there's new 4K screenshots.
Man.
They look great.
Yeah. Do you see the outfit of him with like that futuristic like jacket? It's in the news section.
Yeah, if you go to the news section in my Discord, they're all there. It looks really nice.
Is it the same one that Kelsey said?
Maybe because it was part of a press.
Is he like riding on the subway?
There's a lot of them. It's like a press release. So like they gave it to everyone. So he
You say it's in
like
the games or news section?
News. There's a lot of great screenshots. I'm like, oh snap, it's looking nice.
Him in the jacket, dude.
Yeah, those are the ones that Kelsey.
Yeah, those
said.
are the same. Actually, I think those are different.
Nah, they're the same except for the first one.
Yeah, this one. Hold on. This is the one that if I play this game, try to make me wear something else.
All right. Log piles ending 2 inches away from the target. That was Anthony's specialty. I hated it. It was always near misses.
I need a PS5, man.
Okay, man. Like, I can't help you. I can't help you in that. I cannot help you there.
You want to see a 3D print one for him?
Yeah, like I could do that. I can get someone to 3D print one. The exterior. I can't help you, dog. Like, hopefully they'll get more in stock and you'll get them, but like, don't hold your breath.
Pictures that have been posted in the news section.
Sounds about
I'm gonna go. I will keep an eye out at work. There you go. Danielle's gonna be looking out for you, bro.
Digital banana.
Bro, beggars can't be choosers at this point, Randall. Like, if it's one of them and she's gonna let you know, hey, 8 PS5s here, that's up to you at that point.
Kelsey,
you feel me?
You're moshing with the grand ladies, just let me know if you can get a second one. I'll pay you. I'll pay for the shipping too.
Randall, you want me to knock out another grandma for
Yo,
PS5?
Kelsey's
man,
gonna come
sometimes you gotta go. Hey, if you could do it.
Kelsey, have you seen Alex from Street Fighter standing roundhouse?
No.
Oh my god.
Imagine putting all of your body's momentum into one big boot into somebody's chest. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
send it to me because I want to see this.
So Kelsey's gonna come back that week, that podcast afterwards, just covered in blood. He's like, I got it, guys. Yeah, I got it. All right. New releases for this week. All I saw, there's a new Jackbox Party Pack coming out. 7, I think, is coming out. So, nice content. And then also Noita, I think, is like getting out of early access, which is like the pixelation, like super physics-based, like pixelated game that looks like a platformer / action RPG from what I've seen. Looks pretty neat. I think Funhouse played it a while back, like a long time ago. And that's all I got for movies and music. I have no idea at this point. Like music, that list doesn't have people dropping stuff, and then Friday comes and boom, a whole album of someone I was waiting for just drops, and it's like, oh well. And the same with the movies. I don't really know what the hell's what's going digital anymore. Janiana says, "Lol," like I know what that means. About the digital stuff, Randall. Okay, good response.
Sorry. Wrong one, Kelsey.
I think that's it.
Some clingers.
Okay.
It didn't animate though.
Yeah.
I just put it.
That's not a roundhouse. That's a front. That's a front
The
push
name
kick.
of the button is standing roundhouse, Kelsey.
Oh, you mean like
on
in
that
Street
thing.
Fighter?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
On
what the
same
button
thing
is.
battles, Yeah.
Javi says, I think Noida is a roguelike where you get different wands with spells. Oh, I don't know that. I thought, okay, that sounds cool.
That's what I want you to do to get me a PS5.
And I just want for the record, Randall's just co-signed Kelsey attacking elderly people.
No, I didn't.
You sure
did.
did.
I did not.
We need to go. Somebody clip it. Somebody go back and clip it.
I did not co-sign that.
Because Kelsey said, yo, would you like me to take out a grandma to get you one? And you said...
And I said, some people, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, you say you gotta do it.
I never confirmed said action.
You also never denied it.
I
didn't have to deny it because I didn't confirm. What?
I think Shannon's gonna come stand in line with me in case they limit it to like one console per person, so that she can grab one too. So I think at most
likely.
if we can only get them, we'll get two, and then she'll have one, and I can have one to play.
Nice. I thought you were gonna just make them fight to the death for it. I'm like, oh, get it. Brian versus Randall. Finally, they'll do the first or 10.
Now, whoever wants it can. If the first person to come and visit and have it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
grimy.
That's good.
That's
No,
grimy.
I know Randall's not gonna go.
Oof.
Brian's
I
like,
need-
let me just train tickets. Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm looking for one yesterday.
Yeah. Janetta says I need one too for Harry Potter. That's why Kelsey's getting one is for the Harry Potter one.
He's actually getting it for Final Fantasy remake, but he's saying it's Harry Potter.
I'm pretty sure
I honestly probably wouldn't get it even for the Final Fantasy remake.
Go along with the joke.
First person to stream Phasmophobia gets it. It's gonna be Brian. Randall's not only not streaming, he's said he's not playing that game. So like Brian already played it. So
not only do I play it,
he streams. Yeah.
Yeah, Randall, I'll get you one if you stream.
Why is there all these stipulations, man? Like, why can't you just like get me one? It's not for free. I will give you the money.
Like, you know
what?
Javi likes Phasmophobia too. I gotta try this game, man.
It was fun.
Not
so
VR.
I'll be up in Charlotte this weekend, and that's where my buddy lives that has the VR headset. Maybe I can get some footage of me playing it on the VR headset.
Just bring your laptop and just have that be your You can record your video on there. Or not. I mean, whatever, dude. Just fucking dead air after I said that.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
I need you to say it. This is communication. I heard them play and they were laughing a lot. Okay, I wanted to try it in VR, but I don't have $1,000 to be scared. Your facts. Stream more and add a goal, I guess. Brian, what are you doing this week?
What the hell is today? Tuesday? Tomorrow is co-op day.
Yes.
Right, so what are we playing Darksiders still?
Yes, I looked up the mission list. I think there's 16 missions.
But are we on 5?
Yes.
Okay, so
and some of the missions are just bosses.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can definitely power through that. Yeah, Wednesday's that. Thursday, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Saturday morning, I think I'm gonna do mornings for if I do try to do another music stream. Just because if I come off of work and then I have to entertain people while working on it, I'm gonna immediately get gassed out. So I feel like if, I have a fat bowl of cereal. I sit down here, load it up. Nice things might happen. So Thursday, I don't know. Friday, I'm probably not gonna stream, but Saturday and or Sunday morning, music or just Hades and pretending I'm playing a new game.
I mean, that's fair. It's Hades. Like, you hit buttons. Randall asked me if I had a problem.
Why?
Because Saturday, after I was getting over my hangover, I played. One second, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling okay. But I saw the time, and I'm like, oh, Diana gets out of work, so she'll be here soon. I'm like, I'm not going to stream or do the Darksiders. So I'm like, I walked up here, played Hades for about 2 hours, right? And I'm like, okay, it's about time Diana's getting out of work. I'm going to stop. and just wait for her in the living room, right? I loaded up Hades on Nintendo Switch, and then he's like, "Yo, bro, you got problems? You just like to hit buttons?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like hitting buttons."
There's more to the game than just buttons.
No, it's not that. I've never seen someone play multiple runs
like different save files
on different consoles at the same time.
But I told him the cross saves are coming soon, so you know.
That's when I buy a second copy. And if Hades ever goes 623 like Skullgirls did,
best believe people are gonna get.
If you even say I want to try, and in the word can rhyme with Hades, it's gonna be in your library.
Yeah.
Facts. Like, I don't know what to play. What rhymes with Hades? I like babies. Boom. You have Hades in your inventory.
I don't know why he hasn't played it. He would love the fucking combat.
Because he just wants to give us some excuse not to love his life with these new games, dude.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Not to love his life with new games. What else you got, bro? So that's it for the weekend. Morning streams.
So Wednesday co-op, Thursday we'll all find out together, and then weekend streams.
KLC,
what's up?
What you doing this week? What you streaming?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream this much this week.
You going out of town, right?
Yeah, and we'll be gone Friday, Saturday, and probably most of Sunday. We'll be going to an Oktoberfest party thing. On
let's fucking go
Saturday. So I will be dressed up in my authentic lederhosen, and Shannon will be in her dirndl.
Okay, I love it.
It's like a Pokemon name.
Yeah, so we really want to go back up to Michigan for the. Have I told you guys this about
Michigan
Oktoberfest?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so Shannon is German. Her last name is Zeilinger, and her family and a couple of other families, like original people, created a town, basically. There was like the Zeilinger, good store, pharmacy, that kind of stuff. And so they like owned a good portion of this town.
Kelsey, get the fuck out of that. Get out of that family. It's a cult. Get the fuck out. Get out. Run.
With white people.
Yeah, it's get the fuck out of there, Randall. Not Randall,
anyway,
sorry.
No, I wouldn't be there. He's probably already converted.
Have a choice, Randall. Sometimes you just say I do and then find out stuff later. Anyway, no, so she found out that she actually has a lot more family on her dad's side than she originally knew about. There's like this massive family tree of like cousins and things. So we went up there for Oktoberfest because her uncle Herb, forget his name. I think it's Herb. He originally pioneered an authentic Oktoberfest years ago. Like he was like working with this company, and they like got it. It is the only Oktoberfest that is recognized outside of Germany to be an authentic Oktoberfest. Yes.
Oh, okay? Shit.
And every 25 years, a Zeilinger must go to Germany to whatever, I forget the sister's town name. Go to Germany to sign some treaty that says that the town in Michigan and the town or the city in Germany
the sister city
are sisters. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And
yeah,
so we apparently just missed one like 4 years ago. I think it was like 4 years ago.
Did they sign a treaty? And in my head, her not going starts a war between Michigan and Germany.
That would have been fucking crazy.
But yeah, so we found out some like really cool history with her and her family. And we would have totally have gone had we known about it. I think one of the like, I don't remember who exactly was supposed to do it, but somebody else was supposed to do it. But I think she's the last like living Zeilinger. with the last name, and
Okay.
so our family line will get to continue this tradition after most of the others pass. But because we're the youngest of the group at this point, we will probably be around to sign the next one, which will be awesome.
That's a fucking story right there.
So,
he's basically in Game of Thrones now.
Can you bring a sword with you when you do it?
Oh my!
I think it's
like
required.
Get the whole get up, like walk in there like fucking royalties. We're from the north. We're here to sign your pitiful treaty.
After you sign it, be like, turn to someone and be like, "It's Corman," and then just pull out your sword.
But yeah, so like I have photos on Facebook of us in like they sell authentic. They like import it from Germany and sell authentic
dirtles and dirndls.
And so when we were up there last time, we bought some, and this weekend we're gonna wear them for the little Oktoberfest that my buddy's parent or in-laws are throwing.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Tell them to bow in front of you. You're royalty now.
Right.
No, I'm not kidding. Go in there and be like, "The beer, please."
Yeah,
and then slam it when you're done, like Thor.
They really want us to show up in those outfits.
I mean, it makes it more authentic. That's pretty cool. I mean, you literally have blood. They are royal blood there.
Shannon has a family crest. We have it upstairs.
This fucker's in Game of Thrones, my guy. Like you just sitting here just casually.
Yeah, go get it.
Okay, give me a second.
All right, well I'll keep it moving. I'll buy you time. He took off his headphones. Okay, Randall, what you doing this week?
What the heck, man?
I got a family crest too. You know, my imagination. What are you doing this week, Randall?
Just grinding, man, as usual.
Oh shoot! Yeah, fam. Get it, King. I farted.
Just working on stuff. Art, projects, work, gym.
You can see family crests at Universal. Nice. They have them for a bunch of last names. Bro, I got mine. Mine are 2 roses with like a cyber demon in the middle.
What?
Good job. You put Crest toothpaste.
Crest with what?
Toothpaste. Oh, snap.
Oh, that's really cool.
That's lit. What is
that a lightsaber?
Yeah, what is that? Is that a log?
Is that a Jewish star and a lightsaber?
Yeah, what's the thing in the middle there, dude? It looks like a log.
It looks like a log and a star. There's there's a knight's helmet here. And then
that's lit.
This is a wing.
There might be one for Randall.
And then it has the name down at the bottom. But yeah, she has a family crest.
Ask her how many times has that crest seen war?
I have no idea.
With the West.
I have to ask her.
I just told him now. He took his headphones off, didn't he? For fuck's sake.
I'd get that on every piece of clothing I have. Nike shorts, right on the cock, my family crest.
Let's get it, bro. Let everybody know.
There?
To let them know what the business is, bro. The hell? I gotta go to bed. You kids have fun. Night. Thanks for watching.
You know where this lineage of dick comes from?
Yeah, for real, dude. So you just grinding it out all week. That's what you're saying, Randall? No Tekken montages? No gameplay footage of you playing Crazy Animal?
Party Animal. Piece of shit.
Wow. It's like you could have just gotten content there. Same with Brian, but why would he do that? You know?
Because I'm going to be streaming other stuff.
Streaming other stuff. My name's Arthur Morgan.
Come back.
Oh, snap. All right, Cobra, think it is it. What I'm doing this week. Let's get it popping, bro. Tomorrow's, like Brian said, we're kind of dedicated to co-op stuff because me and my brother have been adding more and more games to our backlog for co-op games. So this is our way of slowly chopping at it. So Wednesdays is probably gonna be co-op stuff for me and my brother.
I have a name.
That guy, Bryant. I don't know if he was trying to be like named Lord Ryan. You know.
I don't think I am.
Okay, well that's why I was like hesitant. Anywho, that's Wednesday, so we're playing Darksiders Genesis tomorrow. Hopefully. Lo, I'm not going, but you said bye. Apparently that was a reaction to thought you were ending the stream. Oh no. Yeah. Then Thursday, I was gonna go ahead and get Cold War, so I might pre-order so I can get it into the access early and I can stream that on Thursday. But we'll see because I have other shit to play, like Mario. I haven't played Mario Galaxy in a bit, so I'll probably do that instead, and then just play Cold War over the weekend because it's open to everybody.
You also need to replay Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm not replaying that.
Anthony, Delaware De La Rosa. We still need to fucking get through Remnant. Don't you buy Cold whatever, Hot War, whatever.
Luke War. Oh, that's good. Hey, that's good. Luke War. Get it? It's like lukewarm. Yeah, I'm probably still gonna get it and play like when it comes out. So that's that. And Valhalla. And like I still got games to play. Cyberpunk. What are you gonna stop me from getting Cyberpunk because we haven't played Remnant? The fuck?
When's Valhalla?
November 12th, 19th, something like that.
Too close. That's too close.
Is that coming out on PC or is it just on PlayStation?
No, it's on PC. You're good. Like that would be a bad move for them.
Yeah. Ubisoft likes, especially since they've moved everything else over, especially with Odyssey and everything already being on PC.
Ubisoft's been really good with putting their games on as many platforms as they possibly can. Like they don't do that exclusivity stuff that I'm aware of. So like they're like, no, it's our IP. We're putting it everywhere.
I've never understood.
Third-party publishers doing exclusivity. Yeah.
There was another. I can't think of his name. There was this big streamer, gamer, guy on Twitter that like canceled his pre-order for some big game because Microsoft released it for Xbox and Windows, and they were like, the Xbox was like, you're canceling your pre-order because it was released for Windows, and they was like, yeah, it's the principle of the thing. You didn't tell us about it. I'm not going to play it. So you're just an idiot like that.
Yeah, that's why I can't handle my own business and be in front of customers. Like I would just, no one would want to come back because I'm going to roast you. Your dumbass is not going to play a game because more people are able to play the game now.
Yeah, that basically was the conversation, and then whoever was running the account was like, "We've told you from the beginning. We've told everybody from the beginning. We're about creating a big player base, not excluding players just because of their hardware." Like.
That's the dumbest shit on the planet. I'm not gonna buy your game, bro. Like, more people get to play the game.
Why would you want to give them a better chance for your game to die as a community? I want them to play fighting games and then tell me you don't want it on multiple consoles. And
with crossplay. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Stupid ass people with their fucking hip-hop.
Javi says, I hope Cold War isn't gonna be 450 gigs. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Because the level at that...
Gonna be 687.
Because the way they're handling Modern Warfare right now is just not attractive. So, all right, I'm at 4 hours, 8 minutes to 4 hours. So awesome. So Thursday, most likely Mario, to be honest, because I haven't played that in a while. And I'm itching to finish Galaxy. I think I'm almost done, but I don't know for sure. And then
you can finish the game early.
Oh, okay. I will see. Anywho, and then Friday I'm not streaming. And I think Jen is off this weekend, so we're gonna be booling, if I'm not mistaken. No, she is off, but then I have work stuff to do this weekend, swapping over server stuff, which shouldn't take long, but either hut, like that's just work stuff. So I'll probably be back Monday after Thursday's Mario stream. There's going to be episodes going up for me and Brian playing Dark Side of Genesis. 4 of them are already in the queue. It's going to make thumbnails. Sekiro's still going up, I think. Mario Galaxy episodes are still going up on the channel. Last of Us has been going up right up until that's still going till like November or to December actually. Oh my god, I just fucking ruined it. Yep, blood on it, Randall. Actually, you know what? So no one knows. Don't do that anymore. That's Harry's blood. So any other fucking fly comes around, that's Harry's blood. I'll wipe that when I'm done here. It's already bothering me. Yeah, Last of Us is gonna be going to like December because it's like 20 episodes. Sekiro's going. I mentioned all that. There's gonna be more Fall Guys. It was supposed to be a Fall Guys recording session last weekend, but Hangover. It was supposed to be Saturday. So we could try out the new season 2 stuff because there's new levels. Now apparently there's a new playlist. You can just do race showdowns, like just do race mini games until everyone gets eliminated, which I think was pretty cool. Because I like doing the race ones.
Playlist means you're narrowing down the player base more.
I'm fine with that, as long as I win. All right, I haven't got a goddamn crown, so.
I'm saying.
And so.
Hot dog.
Facts. They added Sonic the Hedgehog. He looks super derpy. Anywho, that's it. So this is episode 113 in the books. Almost 4 hours of complete nonsense because that's what we give y'all. But you guys love it because you keep coming back. The 6-7 of you that are listening, and my live stream chat. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next week. With next week, so I guess we can preview next week Dragon Ball Super Season 4. And The Boys Season 2, because Kelsey will probably be done binging it. So we'll give you the review on that. And I'm going to use that as an excuse not to play anything or watch anything new. And then I come back with 3 more movies. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
I was going to wave at you.